What is the most important surface in your home?
That would be the couch.
No! Hell no. It's your floors, man. You knew you knew this one.
I know.
If anybody would know this, you would know this one. Some would say that you are a bit of a connoisseur of floors. You have good floors in your home.
Yeah.
You were on a bit of a mission this week to help your sister-in-law get good floor. You want good quality floors in your home.
She bought a new condo. She wanted luxury vinyl plank in her new condo.
I have that.
And she called up Core Flooring Center right there in Winter Park. Corey came by. Super pro, gave her the estimate. Gave her
pro and nice. I gotta add that.
Yeah.
There's one thing to be pro.
Super nice guy.
You'll get a lot of pro.
Also,
well, not a lot of pro. You'll get pro, but you won't get pro and nice. He's nice.
What sold her, too, is the fact that a portion of all the sales go to helping animal rescues locally.
Corey's a good dude.
Yeah, and so, but he came by. I talked to Corey for a while when she was at my sister-in-law's house, and he was just super pro.
Did you give him full stories? You give him all the stories?
I tried to give him some story. He's an old-school radio listener.
Yeah.
So
he's been 20 years experience doing this, so you know this is what he does. Great ratings online. You can go and check for yourself, but you don't even need to. Serves all of Central Florida. Made in the USA. Waterproof laminate like what I have, like what Tom's sister-in-law got. Vinyl planks, wood floors, carpet, all of that. Dustless floor removal. He does it quick, but he also does it so it doesn't destroy your entire house with dust everywhere.
Yeah.
There are more efficient ways to do it, and Corey knows how to do it right.
0% financing for 24 months available. Also, 10% off for a limited time, all flooring and labor starting at $1 per square foot. So ask him about that. Make sure to mention Tom and Dan if you use Corey from Core Flooring. But I know my sister already bought it. She's getting her floors installed in a couple weeks. So I'll have some after pictures. He's doing the stairs, upstairs, downstairs. It's going to be awesome.
You can find out more information or get your own floors sort of in the pipeline. CoreFlooringFL.com. That's CoreFlooringFL.com. Core Flooring Center. That's Corey. He's a proud sponsor of Tom and Dan.
Right there in Winter Park. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and hang out. We would love to have you come over, and hopefully we can make you laugh and we can have a little fun. And happy Monday, everybody. Is there any business we got to get out of the way before we...
No. I hope all the moms out there had a great Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah. It's the more important of the two parental holidays. There's Mother's Day and there's Father's Day.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is like a Christmas. Father's Day is sort of like, it's like, hey, Postal Workers Liberation Day, right? It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if that's a thing. It just popped into my brain. Or,
It's viewed as equal, but it does celebrate two different achievements that are vastly far apart from each other. Like, to become a father.
Not even remotely close.
It's very easy to do, technically. I guess
some would say that instinctually we just want to do it all the time.
Yeah. And,
right, it's the hanging around for the Father's Day part that's hard.
Of course,
You're right. And that's a hard one to celebrate because you will get nothing.
Hi, I'm Ross McCoy from the Orlando Talk Show with me, Ross McCoy.
Well, I was getting to that. I had to do my Mother's Day, Father's Day bit first. It all worked out.
This is on me because we have no true producer here anymore. I guess that hat is, I'll put that one on since your business department. It was on me to let you know we have done a format change. He's doing a small monologue before we get to the guest. Okay. You did not let him get through the monologue. We now have writers. Please pick it up in 3, 2.
Well, I'm saying at the very basic, to be a mother and father, the mother had to do a lot more work just to get it out.
We'll be right back. All right, and now we're back. Okay. Hey, everybody. Tom and Dan here. Welcome to the show. It's Ross McCoy from the Orlando Talk Show.
Hey, guys. I'm not trying to get off on a rant here. But
also, from the Cinema Crespediso podcast and Who's the Baddie podcast, Chris Crespo.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How you doing, Chris?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too, man. Okay, I feel like since the last time Chris has been here, I feel like everything in movies has happened.
Has it?
Oh, that's what I feel like.
Well, Chris, let's start off with a very anticipated movie that we talked a little bit about.
His theme. I got to play. I got to play. Hold on.
Movies. We're talking movies. Movies with our friend Chris Crespo.
So let's start off with some movies that you watched
Sure.
recently,
Yeah.
and you saw Michael.
I did go see Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic, yes, which is...
Wait, this isn't the John Travolta
Angel
Angel
movie?
movie.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a, it's
Ross
not a
and I had a
remake.
moment.
Yeah.
We're doing it again.
He's hiding him under a big jacket.
Under-
yeah.
trench coat.
Yeah.
And he drinks and starts dancing. Yeah, it's Jafar Jackson with the wings. And
I
he's,
thought,
and he's
you
dancing.
know what I saw that the first time? I was like, oh, the trench coat over the wings. I was like, that's genius.
It was
Genius.
before trench coats got ruined.
Yeah, they did.
By about like a year and a half.
Yeah. Incels will ruin everything. These nerds will ruin everything.
will. Yeah, these young nerds.
Yeah, they're like, I can't get laid, so I'm going to shoot everything.
Angels have wigs.
There's a little known fact. A lot of people don't know this. Did you know that is why John Travolta is bald? Angels do not have hair.
Yeah.
If they did, they blow their wig right off.
Fall right off their
Yeah,
head.
can't have it.
Wings, wigs. That's the English right there.
Wigs and wigs.
Wings and wigs.
So how was Michael?
Michael is interesting. If you want to see a movie that celebrates Michael Jackson's music up to Thriller, up to 1985. If you want to celebrate his music and watch some recreations of some of his dances and some of his music videos.
Well, can I see that all online?
Yeah, of course you can. But if you want like $150 million produced version of that, you can go see the movie Michael, and it's going to deliver. It's going to give you all the things that you want. If you want a movie that's about Michael Jackson in any deep or meaningful way whatsoever, this movie ain't it. It's the most surface level, superficial movie about Michael Jackson that he could possibly make. It avoids practically everything that would have been controversial, that could have been like, which equals drama. You want drama in a movie, so it's a drama-free movie, basically. Like, the movie's about Michael Jackson getting away from his dad, Joe Jackson, and trying to start his own solo career. And Joe Jackson's like, well, the Jackson 5 is my money cow. I want to keep this going, you know? So the whole movie's about his quest for independence as a music artist, which itself is interesting enough, but it's not Michael Jackson's whole story.
Right,
you know, there's a lot to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And they avoid all of that to the point where it becomes suspicioso that all that stuff is not even mentioned all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like, now by avoiding all these
is
things.
Is it true that even there are a couple times during the movie where the man playing Michael Jackson,
Jafar Jackson,
turns to the camera and is like, I don't even like kids. Right? Is that true? He turns to the camera and he breaks the third wall. He's like, I don't even like kids at all.
Almost.
We're like, hold on.
Hold on a second.
That can't be
And I'm
true.
like, wait, was that in there?
I don't remember Michael saying that.
It's almost like subliminal.
It's almost the opposite, where subliminally what they're trying to do is they show multiple scenes, including when Michael's super young in the Jackson
like, babies
5.
are disgusting.
No, they show him like always gravitating towards kids that are like infirm or in wheelchairs, constantly going to hospitals. Every time there's a kid in the movie, it's Michael Jackson being a sweet angel to whatever
Where's
like
Michael?
little disenfranchised
we got
kid.
sound
is
check
there.
in 5 minutes. Where's Michael? I'm over here just hanging out with these, handicapped kids that need a friend.
Yeah, that's
That kind of thing?
basically it.
Oh, I love those kind of
yeah,
movies.
just quick montages of him visiting children in hospitals. Like, see, he loves kids. He's great to them. Nothing untoward is happening whatsoever.
These are the
So-
easiest targets.
I'm
sorry.
I
Oh,
watched
boy.
the trailer again just to remind myself of the end. And
Sure.
then while I was watching the trailer, it did remind me, and I think this is true, there'll never be a human experience like Michael Jackson's
No,
again.
that's part of what makes the movie interesting.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, explain that.
Like a human entertainer that becomes that famous worldwide because it was at a very specific time
Right.
in our history
Yeah.
where like TV started to branch off worldwide and then like Michael Jackson comes out and it was just right place, right time, and he became so super popular worldwide. His music was like, I guess, generic and like mass appeal enough to have it like worldwide
Appeal. Yeah.
And then like I looked at it and I was like, what a bizarre experience this human went through, and it will never happen again. Like, we'll
Because
never see it.
It's pre-internet. It's still monoculture, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but like you said, there's still it's a point in the 80s and 90s where there's still like a global reach entertainment-wise. Without the internet, things can still travel around the world, like his music and his music videos and stuff.
There were countries literally just getting
Yeah.
television and like, you know what I'm saying? Right when he was getting big and the United States was known for like having the biggest entertainer.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just went, like, we're so segmented now, like no one like Michael Jackson will ever, and plus the how weird his situation was. It was before anybody could know what was going on. Like, you build an amusement park, and it had this bizarre life.
There's an asterisk next to his name, right? I mean,
Yeah, huge one.
It's muddied, you know, and we're all kind of like, I don't know.
And
Like,
people
seems like
argue
every
both
5
sides.
years it switches. Like every 5 years we're
Yeah.
supposed to the system let him off, let him go,
Yeah.
and then 5 years later it's like, nope, he was a monster.
wanna
Back
know-
to
that's where we're
back
at right
to
now.
back to Shanghai.
You
Like,
want to know the new one now? Because you're right. It is cyclical, and it's about every 4 or 5 years. You're exactly right. I think you said this last week.
I think we were talking about this,
You're
yeah.
exactly right, because this morning I wake up, the algorithm that is news starts coming through. Guess what's on my algorithm now? The father of the original accuser and the voicemails. If you've ever heard that guy's voicemails, they make you sympathize with Michael, because this dad of this supposed abused boy is like, I'm going to shut him down unless I get everything I want. I'm going to take him for everything he's got. I'm going to get all his money. You'll see.
And
He'll
that's-
never have a career unless
Yeah.
he does what I want. They're going to murder him. They're going to come for. And he sounds very,
Like vindictive and, like, money hungry or whatever, yeah.
and that guy was using his kid to make money, and that's horrible.
It
But
is.
that doesn't get Michael Jackson off the hook for all those other stuff. And
Correct.
that's what
Yeah.
people always use. They're like, that
Correct.
one kid signed the deal, and his parents took the money, so he's completely innocent.
You
It
can
always-
have bad parents.
you can do
And be abused by Michael
two
Jackson.
bad people can interact with each other.
Well, man, that kid had a bad look.
Yeah. I was going to say,
All
those
around.
are two terrible dice rolls.
You
Yeah.
can have a horrible parent and be molested.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
by
things
the most
can't be
famous
true.
person in the world.
Yeah.
And
But
so
like
they
up to a certain point, he thought he had great luck because he was hanging out with Michael Jackson.
Oh,
at Neverland Ranch.
That's true. I got a free fedora.
it was great luck all the way up until
Right
it
to a
wasn't.
point.
Yeah.
They originally made this movie to the movie now ends in 85, but the movie originally they shot it to go up to 93, up to the accusations. And they did shoot scenes, they wrote scenes and they shot scenes showing this family and showing the kid and painting them as just like, we're gonna get the money from him. Like they're money hungry. They set him up as if he was completely innocent of everything. And the geniuses that made this movie, after they shot all that, after they did that, they realized, or some lawyer pointed out to them, that from that 1993 settlement, neither side, Michael's side or the accuser, were allowed to publicly address the situation ever in a positive or negative light. They're absolutely not allowed to say anything, and it would have been in violation of the settlement. And they had to spend anywhere between, I've seen two numbers, between $15 and $50 million to reshoot, to cut all that stuff out and reshoot new scenes to finish the movie.
That's how the Diana Ross stuff got cut, too.
I think so, yes, because Diana Ross was for sure in the movie and cast, and she got cut.
She got cut.
And they also skip almost the entire, like, his teenage years, The Wiz, all that gets skipped. It's a very odd omission. So they
Well, that's important. That's when he was kind of, like, really
I know
fleshing out his...
It was The Wiz was like his big breakthrough.
Yeah, that
really.
was when people were like, "Oh, he can do more.
Yeah.
He can be like that." I would say no Wiz than no Captain EO.
Yeah, they also don't show Captain EO, which is a bummer.
Well, you got to have that in there. But that's kind of all of that stuff to me is important because it's showing that he wasn't just one lane. He was getting bigger.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
He's becoming a media personality,
Correct.
not just a singer.
Yeah, but they felt no, we're gonna cut all that out, and then the movie does end with a very hysterical, like a James Bond will return style. It says his story continues at the very end, as if get ready for the sequel.
Because the next album is called History, Tom.
Yeah, the next album is history.
Oh, that's great.
That is true.
Is
And,
it true that in the second one they're having the cartoon bear from Ted 2?
Oh, it's a Michael, and they
Yeah.
might as well, because how do you make this a movie about the second half of his life and continue to ignore all the things?
Well, how do you make that? It's the movie you're describing sounds like nothing anybody wants to see about Michael Jackson. It's not,
except for Michael Jackson fans.
except for Michael Jackson fan. Or let me run this by you. What do you think? You said $150 million. Is this like a big? Please forgive the word whitewashing to try to like make him look better so that they can sell that giant catalog of songs that exists that people are a little bit afraid of because Michael Jackson maybe was a monster.
It is 1,000% that as well. It's a whitewashing of his legacy, and it worked because streams are up. The movie made over 80 million opening weekend. It's the highest grossing. It's going to be the highest grossing music biopic of all time. It's making a ton of money, especially worldwide. And the Michael Jackson estate makes $30 million annually before the movie came out.
Imagine making a movie about Hitler and it's all pre-World War II. It's just like Hitler applying to art school, not getting in.
Yeah, he's a vegan,
avid
whatever, stuff like
reader,
that. Yeah, loves animals.
Where's
He's
Blanket?
He's a wife guy.
Right?
Well, everybody, I have a shirt that says that. Actually.
Where's Blanket?
That's in the second movie. That'll be in the sequel.
Son Blanket.
Blanket. Yeah.
Well, I think that was his nickname.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a nickname only.
And actually, I
don't
think
know.
Blanket is one of the producers or executive producer of this movie.
It does say executive produced by Blanket.
Yeah, by Blanket.
Yeah, it does.
I
Well,
literally-
actually, it's an emoji of a blanket, actually, because we can't communicate like real humans anymore, and everything's a screen name and a dumb.
I honestly was
everything's
looking
dumb.
for Blanket in the credits, and I didn't see it.
Oh, remember when he held the baby out over the crowd and
Yes.
everybody was
Yeah.
villainizing
Is that
him?
Blanket?
And
I
I
think
was
so.
like,
Yeah.
and I was like, not that bad, because that's the only thing he did that was remotely close to anything my dad did with me. I related to that. I was like, oh, dangerous baby holding. Oh, my dad put me on a motorcycle. He's driving me around the block.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in front of him. He's smoking a cigarette. He's burning the back of my baby head. Like I was like, Michael Jackson's trash, just like us.
Yeah, that baby's fine. Baby's fine. He didn't drop that baby.
Do you think it was a Kaiser Soze thing where like they brought the baby to Michael and they're like, "What do you want to name it?" And he's like, "I got a name ready.
He's
Blanket."
Yeah, Michael's so creative. He'll have a name for the baby. Michael, come quick. He's all propofol down. Yeah, like, what should we name it? I name it Blanket.
That sounds accurate. Hopefully, that scene will be in the second movie,
Yeah, right.
which they said they're going to make, but I don't know how that's going to work out. I wouldn't be surprised if that movie never gets made.
Yeah, I don't think it's going
I mean, this
to.
one took 7 years to make anyway. They started making it in 2019, which is crazy. Well, the COVID kind of screwed it up a little bit, but still.
Also, during a time where like the record label and like the giant corporate machine could control 100% musicians and they were the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
So it was like also they basically like tucked him away to become super weird. Like so many crazy random things happen to create this bizarre human life.
Oh my God, that is.
That we all watched and we're like, whoa,
Chad,
weird.
And
That's
then we read the
weird.
tabloids like, what a weirdo, wacko, jacko.
I like a good wacko track.
Chavry was correcting us. Apparently, that is his real name. His name is Blanket Jackson.
Yeah, I thought it
He
was
changed
real.
his name when he was legally able to, and he changed his name to BG Jackson. Biggie? B-I-G-I. Biggie Jackson. He's
Biggie.
now Biggie Jackson.
And that's an improvement.
So
I'm pretty-
apparently, when your dad names you Blanket, that F's you up so bad that when you were able to change your name, instead of calling yourself Steven Jackson or whatever, you name yourself Biggie.
Like, I'm gonna pick my weird name.
Yeah.
Out there, someone else picked a
Do
weird
my
name
own
for
weird
me.
thing.
Now, because nature and nurture exists, there's a Blanket is also Wacko Jacko.
Oh, they're all Wacko Jackos. Yeah.
Like, it wasn't
Wacko for everybody.
It wasn't the world that necessarily made him crazy. 100%. Like there was a little crazy
little
in
bit of
there.
that Jackson. I mean, Joe Jackson's little wacko
Yeah.
jacko.
Well,
so,
even
I mean,
the older daughter who's adult now that gets
Rebby?
No.
Latoya.
No,
Janet?
those are all sisters.
yeah.
His daughter.
Oh, his daughter, Paris.
Jackson. She gets. I mean, like she can't do anything. Like she goes anywhere, gets a tattoo, does anything, and people
are all over her,
You're
yeah.
a wacko jacko. It's like it's got to be terrible.
Paris also against this movie from
Yes.
the get go. She said she read the original script. They sent her the script, and that she said this on an Instagram story. That
Yeah.
she then sent the script back to them with all these notes saying all these things are wrong. These are all fallacies, and they ignored all that stuff. And she was like, "Fine, go make the movie you want to make, but I want nothing to do with it." And she said it a couple times.
that's
She phrased
crazy.
it one way as if people who want to live in the fantasy will like this movie. Is what she said, which is fascinating.
So
that
would she
came
have
out with that,
rather them
perspective.
hit it head on? I mean.
Maybe that, or
Sounds like
or
she wanted
not
a more realistic,
she
like
wanted-
lifelike.
Yeah,
like,
a
what
more
actually
realistic
happened.
portrayal of her father,
Interesting.
or don't even touch it. Is maybe what she's thinking. Who
One of the
knows?
things I think
be
that-
truthful or don't do it.
That she did talk about is his, and they probably don't handle any of this within, I would imagine, none of this in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not any allegation or his relationship with being black. Is that
they
addressed
they so lightly touch on that in a way that's like, again,
it's a
I feel
big
like
deal
they're
with her because she's like, I've never, like, I do identify as black, but I don't think people look at me.
because she looks outwardly white. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's one scene where they mention his vitiligo, and then there's like 1.5 scenes that talks about his very first nose job. And then
You never forget your first.
you never forget the first one. It's very important. And then they kind of ignore all that stuff. And then they do for the epilogue of the movie. The movie ends in 85 with the end of the Victory Tour. But then for the final scene, they jump cut 3 years, and it's the Bad tour, and he's on stage and he performs Bad in front of a huge audience, and it's full white Michael Jackson, white skin, thin nose, long, relaxed hair, and it's like we're not gonna mention it. It's just another thing that we never really talk about. There was black Michael and there was white Michael, and no one wants to bring it up.
Right.
And people want to just explain away. Oh, it's vitiligo, but vitiligo doesn't work that way. It doesn't cover the entire body within 3 years or whatever like that. People have vitiligo. We know what that does.
Right,
so it was a conscious choice to change the way he looked, and they absolutely are like. They have the one vitiligo scene, real quick mention, and that's
Move on.
It's a weird. How do you make this movie without ignoring his life? They just want to make a movie about the music, and then, like you said, to boost
Make the
streams,
catalog accessible
make the
again.
catalog accessible,
Yeah.
boost those annual revenues.
Let me
for the
ask you
family.
this, because it came out this morning that the Red Hot Chili Peppers just sold their musical catalog for
I saw that.
$300 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Conveniently, 2 weeks ago on Netflix, there's a Hillel Slovak
Yeah, a new documentary. yeah.
documentary. Are we seeing the day and age where things like this are happening, where it's like big media or big bands like this? I would never think the Red Hot Chili Peppers would ever do something like this, but like they sell their huge catalog, and in order to make it more worth more,
They put something out there to boost the profile of the music so that they can make more,
It's
be
just
worth
weird.
more money. Yeah.
very weird.
It's worth more to a giant company than it is to Red Hot Chili Peppers, if that makes sense. Like, they can only do so much because they only have so many connections, and they only, but if you sell it to a giant corporation, they're able to have an army of people make money off of it, and rather than you, so that you probably just all get together, you're like, hey, let's just retire. We got
I'm
families.
gonna start calling you Mr. Company. You make a good argument. This guy's a good company guy.
but what are you gonna-
This guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And they're like, we might as well benefit from it, and like we're just leaving it to our kids, and then our kids will be fighting over it. Like, we might as well just all agree to sell it, make that generational money, and then split it up. And
It's got to
then
be
that's it.
sticky too with them, because you think of times when people have entered the band and left the band.
Oh, yeah. How much does Dave Navarro get of that?
How much
$300
does
million?
Jack Irons get for drumming? How much does Hillel Slovak's family get for owning, for writing songs on up
to like the first two albums?
Well,
three albums?
he would have done Red Hot Chili Peppers, the self-titled, and then the next one was Uplift Mofo Party Plan or something like that. Like, I haven't listened to him in forever, but
Yeah, I mean,
God, I was hoping to have a chance to say Blood Sugar Sex Magic, but it doesn't look like it's coming up.
well, you worked it in somehow there, buddy.
you know what? One of the most important albums,
I love that.
1991.
It's a great album.
Yeah,
Incredible
that album. So it's a non-skip album for me.
Yeah.
I love that album.
That one's so good.
All right, let's get through these just so we have enough time. Mortal Kombat.
Really
2.
selling the sizzle, Tom.
Corporate Tom's here. All right, you maggots.
Come on.
Get your movie hats on. We got some movies to do, whether you like it or
I
not.
don't know why I did it like that.
We got 10 more minutes to get through this.
This is tough.
Let's all just bear down.
Are you having fun, Crespo? Because you shouldn't be. Get to work.
It's Monday Morning Tom.
What movies have you seen? All right, slobs.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jesus Christ. I know who didn't get laid this Monday. You got laid last Monday.
Well, is that this Monday? It's what
I know,
happened.
blood moon. I know. If you were like me and you
my
had a
God.
Mother's Day blood moon, you're like, God, I was going to give her the best gift ever.
It turns out they don't even want
They
that.
don't even want that. That's true. Most moms don't want to be blobbed on Mother's Day. It's just facts. You don't want to be blobbed, and I don't blame you.
They want to not be blobbed. They want the
they're
exact
like, leave me
opposite.
alone.
Be left alone.
My wife just wants to be left alone.
Yeah,
That's all she wanted. And me and Maisie drove her crazy. We drove her crazy.
All right, Mortal Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2, yes, a big Mother's Day weekend movie. Which is it came out. It's crazy. It came out this
I
weekend.
saw the trailer and I'm all in.
It's a fun movie. Yeah, the trailer sells the fun part of it to the point where when I actually then see the movie yesterday, was it yesterday? It was a little more serious than I thought it was going to be. I was like, I thought this would be really fun. Maybe the Street Fighter movie is the one that's gonna
Goro
be the
has
fun one.
cancer.
Oh. It was a sad scene. Yeah, Goro in hospice is no fun. You know?
Goro's
His
mother-
arms are all shriveled and everything.
They hold both of his hands. Like take a photo with
got
two
four
Instagrams.
IVs.
It's very sad. He's on fentanyl. The No, it's like it has its story where it's like all about Earthrealm, and we're gonna have this tournament, so this bad guy's gonna control everything. But like, I don't care about that. I want to see some fun fights, crazy characters, and especially it is an R-rated movie. I want to see some severe violence. You know, like because it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's known for having fatalities and in very inventive, wild ways of people dying. It's known for being a bloody game to the point where they had to take the blood out for home sales, and there's the blood code and all that all kids knew about anyway. So it's pointless. And it delivers on that. There's some really good fighting, really good. It's shot well. It looks cool, and it gets really violent at times, like surprisingly so. And I
anything that you're
I like
kind of
all
like,
that.
oh,
There, in the very first fight that opens the movie, there's a moment where towards the end where a guy, I don't see what happens, but something happens that's very violent, and then the camera even like lingers on like the damage that happens, and it's like whoa, and it looks kind of digital, so it's not like gross looking,
right?
But it's still even then I was a little surprised, like wow, they're really going to go there for this movie, and I'm glad that they did, because for me that's now the selling point. If you're looking for Mortal Kombat in a Mortal Kombat movie, this thing's gonna have it. It's also a little long. It's like almost 2 hours. Could have been 20 minutes shorter.
That's not at all.
Yeah.
You know, most of those movies are snappy.
You want them to be moved quick.
Chat room is agreeing with you. We've got a couple people in there that want to see like spines ripped out.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to see some buzzsaw to the brain, or
now they do like animal mortalities. The guys turn into bears and bite heads off. They do all kinds of stuff. It's
Spoiler alert: they have not worked into babe-alities yet. Where they turn them into babies. Maybe they're saving that for the third
See,
one.
that's corny. If I were playing at 7-Eleven and you did the baby-tality on me, I would probably call you something I can't say on the radio. You know what I mean? Like I would, right? I'd be like, "What are you doing? You cut my head off. You put a pole up my, you know what? You know,
no babe-ality. Skewer
me or something." But no baby-ality. I'm not pro those. Or friendships, not pro those either.
Oh, the friendships. I forgot about
no
those.
anti-friendships.
Is this movie kept alive by our generation taking our kids to see this? Because like my kids are about old enough. I mean, they could watch this. I mean, they've seen just as violent.
Oh, have they seen the first one?
No. It was just, but
which also you wouldn't have to, because I saw the first one.
You don't have to
I
see
completely forgot about all the events that happened in it. Didn't rewatch it. Just saw the second one. Totally fine. It wasn't lost at all.
Yeah.
And there were moments where like, oh, I'm sure this character's from the first movie. Like, who cares? I'm just here to see some violence. It really doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm really rudimentary when it comes to these. I only like traditional Asian karate fighter characters.
Okay.
Alien weirdo vampire characters.
Okay, got them both.
And hot ass American. Why is that lady got on a tiny thong? I'm like, all right.
Why is she fighting in booty shorts?
Like American booty short girl.
Yeah.
Like American Marine booty short girl.
Yeah, they have most of that in this movie.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's you just check those boxes. I'm good.
Yeah, you can take your kids to see it, and I think maybe the kids still like the game too, because they like Mortal Kombat because they still make the game.
Yeah,
there's still new Mortal Kombats coming out.
Well, they're doing cool things, right? Like they'll be like, hey, Mortal Kombat now with
like RoboCop's in it.
Yeah, or like, hey, Conquest for Invincibles.
Yeah.
I think they've gone full Fortnite. Like every character is in Mortal Kombat now.
Yeah.
Which is
like
cool,
Martha Stewart's in it now.
Yeah.
What kind of sucks about it is that I don't think kids. Well, I think I can say I know. Kids don't have to work as hard to get the special characters because everything's so commercialized. You know, back when there were hidden characters on your Sega Genesis version or a blood code for your Sega Genesis version of Mortal Kombat, it may take you a month for the codes to make their way from like Nintendo Power to like your cousin.
Or if you don't figure out how to unlock a thing,
Right. So like kids nowadays, you go there, I don't think they're getting... Like, I don't think there's as much stayability or playability power in these games, because when you go there and you're like, hey, you can unlock every character by just having your parents throw $99 at the game. It's like, and most of them will do it. Mm-hmm. And I just don't, I think it ruins it. The microtransaction that I have a big problem with.
Yeah, it definitely changes the feel of having,
There's
this is a cool character in this game.
There's nothing to work for in video games anymore.
I remember how hard it was to play all of the Fight Club fighting game, the one-on-one fighting game, and get to the end and unlock Fred Durst. It was so important to me to unlock Fred Durst in that game.
We sucked out the only good thing that video games had was like, hey, well, you got to stick to it. You got to like really work hard. You got to be like dedicated. No, you don't. Just throw money at it. You get everything. You can just run around and not even care.
That is a life lesson, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you can throw money at pretty much anything and
any nudity.
Don't have to worry about it.
I always ask you about all movies.
Nudity, no.
Okay.
No, so which is why it's good for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just extreme violence, which is no problem.
That's America.
That's how I grew up, man. My favorite movie when I was 8 years old was like RoboCop and Die Hard. So
Yeah.
give us the violence. Then we turn out perfectly fine. Look at
I
us.
was a RoboCop guy.
RoboCop. Oh, so good.
Well, speaking of sequels,
All right, that's enough Mortal Kombat. We got stuff to get to.
Move on.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
So that's a sequel.
That is a sequel, way less fighting, way less violent. But it's an interesting movie. I saw the first one for the first time like a few years ago, and I liked it. It's a pretty good
a
movie.
Cute movie.
It's cute. It's breezy, and it's got a simple premise that's easy to follow. You know, this
Nice little arc to it.
Yes, exactly. It's a very easy, simple arc. And then this movie, 20 years later, it's a sequel, bringing all the characters back together. And the movie is about a lot more. It's about legacy media. It's about billionaires buying newspapers. It's about magazines not existing anymore.
They're
as
shutting
a magazine.
down the magazine.
Yeah. They're buying it and they're laying off the entire editorial department, stuff like that. You know, and it's like very relevant stuff. The death of journalism. It becomes a part of this movie. And it's also about the characters' interactions with each other, but it's still weirdly a breezy, light movie to watch. It's like, it's not a full-on comedy either. It's a comedy drama. There's a whole stretches of the movie where like, isn't there supposed to be jokes in here? But still just the way it's made and just seeing the actors and the way it's put together. It's like an easy to watch, I don't know, hour 45, hour 50 long movie. I was into it as I was watching it. It's totally
Good characters, great
good characters.
acting.
If you want to see, if you like the first one and you want to see these characters come back and do their thing, but now they're all like grown and have changed a bit.
Stanley
This one
Tucci's
doesn't.
in it, right?
Stanley Tucci's in it. He's a bedrock of these movies. He's so good in both of them. Obviously, Meryl Streep is great in both of them. Anne Hathaway, Emily
I find
Blunt.
Meryl Streep to be extremely attractive.
I mean, when you
There's
have that
something-
money, you can do that.
Something about her, she kind of looks like that other lady that, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the very pale woman.
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
Or Kate Blanchett.
I like super tall looking alien women that look like they would hold me like a baby and feed me some sort of magical chocolate. Like, right? Like, they're bigger than me.
Sure.
And I feel like they'd be like, come here. And I'd be like, what? And they'd be like, come closer. And I'd be like, yes. And they'd be like, eat this chocolate. I'd be like, okay. And I'd eat it. And then I'd be like, they can make me their slave, and I'd be into it.
Okay, I'm into it too.
Like, there's something about Meryl Streep.
You sold me on it.
How tall is she? She looks like a giant.
She's probably 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, I'm into it, man.
Yeah.
I'm into her. She's smart. Oh, God. Powerful. She'd yell at me.
Yeah.
She's going to be in her 70s, right?
65, 70. Yeah, probably in there. For sure. Yeah, because she's been acting since the 70s.
Oh, yeah. The Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight. Yeah, the
Tilda
Turkish Delight.
Swinton, and
Yeah,
she makes
basically
that
Turkish
fat
Delight.
kid.
Yeah.
I have literally sexualized that in my brain. I've made myself that little fat kid from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
there you go.
And I need the Turkish Delight.
Yeah, it's going to be Turkish Delight.
Yeah,
mother.
I
And they start calling her mother.
Oh, and I couldn't resist it.
You know what a Turkish delight is?
It's like a baklava, kind of, right?
I think it's kind of
76.
I
by
think
the
people
way.
don't like it.
Yeah.
She's 76?
Yeah.
Wow, well done.
Wow.
Well done.
I mean, these people these days, these celebrities, the
That's the way
vampire
I want to
facials.
go. I turned 50 this year. Just let my wife know I want a tall woman to feed me some sort of poison fudge before I die.
Sugar, cornstarch, and water flavored with rose water or citrus, studded with nuts like pistachios. It sounds gross. as hell.
Okay, yeah, it does sound gross.
It
And
does
it's
sound-
nothing like baklava. I
Well,
was
the nuts
wrong.
part, maybe. Yeah, it sounds gnarly.
All right, let's.
but
Tom's
that was product too
freaking
pretty
out.
good.
We got to power through. Keep going.
Let's talk about the Bob Odenkirk movie, Normal.
Yes, this is a pretty cool action movie that actually played at the Florida Film Festival a couple weeks ago.
Nobody won. Nobody two.
Nobody and Nobody 2 is one set of action movies he's done. This is a whole other character. It's called Normal. It's weird that one's called Nobody,
Yeah,
that one's
yeah.
called Normal.
no,
So
I'm
they're
making
similar.
fun of the fact that he's doing the same.
Oh, sure, okay,
movie.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, come on, man.
Yeah, well, this one is a little different because he's like in the Nobody movies, he's like a John Wick type, where he's like a
Yes.
ex-CIA guy who's great at killing and fighting, and that's the joke, that he's a very unassuming looking Bob Odenkirk,
Yeah.
and that he has these great action scenes. In Normal, he's playing a small town sheriff who ends up as an interim sheriff in some small town and accidentally uncovers like this weird conspiracy, and things get violent, and he has to like fight back, but he's not like a trained CIA guy. He's just a guy. He's just a sheriff.
So it's
who's
like
just
Home
fighting back.
Alone from that point.
A little bit, yeah. He's just a guy trying to survive
He's
and
like, tie
shooting
these paint
people.
cans and hang them up here.
Oh, that would be. Oh yeah, it's set the blow torches on the doorknobs. That's my favorite. When
Yeah,
you burn
yeah.
their hands on the very clearly glowing red doorknob. And just, like, you grab
And
it.
you're just holding it. You're like, yeah! As you hold it.
I mean-
you're like,
It's like being electrocuted where you can't let go. You're like, ah!
Now, what I thought, to explain that as a young boy, And what I thought was, once you grab onto that, it's so hot that you can't let go of it because it's now fused to your skin.
Oh, you
let's
cook
see
yourself to it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you can't.
It's like when you put chicken on a stainless steel pan. It's like too hot. It just sticks
you
to
got to
the
let it
pan.
release.
Yeah.
You have to wait 2
Yeah.
minutes for it to pop
You
off
got
on
to
its
let
own.
it release. The
You have to-
Mylar effect. I
Yeah, it's
think
got
that's what
the
they
light
call
and
it.
frost effect. or
Yeah,
something.
or yeah,
Is this
something.
a result of Bob Odenkirk training for nobody?
I think so.
And then he just kept, because I saw some sort of social media where when he trained for that movie, he just liked it so much, the martial arts and they like all
Yeah,
the
the
training.
challenge of it, yeah.
And then he just kept doing it. So they're like, hey, let's do more action movies with Bob Odenkirk because he's already doing
And
it.
then people were going to offer him the role. It's like, yeah, I'll do it.
And
so
people love
yeah,
him.
for sure.
Yeah, and I love him.
I think he's great anyway.
He can do anything.
He's super fun. I love those nobody movies. I think Normal's really cool. It's also, I'm mentioning running times a lot, but it's also like a nice, tight 85, 90 minutes.
Hey.
Like, get in, get out. It's awesome. And yeah, that one, it was at the
All right.
Florida Film Festival, and then it came out wide release, and I'll probably be streaming in like, I don't know, a month and a half, 2
Awesome.
months, because it didn't make that much money.
That
So,
one sounds great.
Yeah, that's a fun one. So for sure, keep an eye out for that.
All right, let's talk about some movies coming out, including it's coming out real soon, May 22nd, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yes, that's the Memorial Day.
What's that about? No, I'm joking. I mean,
should try
I'm making fun
promoting
of the
that movie.
title. The title
Yeah,
sucks.
dude.
The title sucks.
It's not a great title. I think they're going like for a serialized throwback 1940s style
Yeah.
title, but it's not a great title. And yeah, Ross, the marketing has been ubiquitous.
There's
that's for
everything
sure.
Mandalorian and the Grogu currently.
it-
It's on everything.
It's incredible. It's everywhere. And you know what? It's not fully working because it's going to open up on the very low end of like Star Wars movies. It's looking like it's going to open around 80 million, which is a ton of money for Michael. That's a record breaking amount of money. But for a Star Wars movie, that's like you're underperforming. You should be making a minimum of like 120,
Even
130 opening
Grogu
weekend.
can't fight the churn.
Yeah.
People have already lost interest.
yeah.
Well, I think it was season 3 of the show. People love season 1. Season 2 is pretty good. Then it did season 3, and everyone turned against it, and they didn't want it anymore. And then also Book of Boba Fett. Like Disney just watered everything down with doing too many shows
Yeah,
that
yeah.
not enough people like. Happened same thing with Marvel.
That was the guy who's fat, right? A fat Boba Fett. Like-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's- yeah,
He's
'cause
like fatter now.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's an older man now.
Yeah. I kind of liked that they did that,
Yeah.
even though that's, I mean, it really happened. But I'm just saying, I
Sure.
liked that it was like that. I
I think he's a
enjoyed.
thicker boy now.
Yeah, I thought that
Timur,
was
Morrison.
that was kind of cool. I feel bad because I feel like had a corporation not owned this property and somebody had protected it, maybe it wouldn't have got effed out. I feel like this got effed
Yeah.
out. Look, I feel
Yeah.
bad for my Star Wars friends because I feel like this should be a victory, and it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Ross is right. It's too much.
It was too much.
We just want a good story with the two characters we already like. That first season, I was all in.
was
Second
so good.
season lost me. I got halfway into it, and then it started to lose me.
Sure.
I'm a casual Star Wars guy,
Sure.
admittedly.
Yeah.
But that first season is damn near perfection
because
for
it's
me.
it was so
I loved
simple.
it.
It was so easy.
I loved it. It
Yeah.
was so good. And going into each episode, knowing you had a little bit of a different variant to it, almost
Yes.
felt like the A-Team to
Yes.
me, and it pulled me in, and I was like, oh, I love this. I could do this forever.
Love a monster of the week, villain of the week type of show. I want my characters to just like kung fu style,
Griffith.
go on a journey. Yeah.
Andy Griffith did that. You know, it's like, oh, what are we getting into this week? Is it going to involve the main characters inside the city, or is it going to be a small standalone episode outside of the city?
Yeah.
And I
love
fell
those.
off a little bit, but like at least that first season, they were just ripping off classic westerns,
Yes.
which
Yes.
is like so great, great stories.
And it
like,
was great.
Yeah,
that first one with the reeds in the field and everything is
Oh, dude.
is Fistful of Dollars.
Oh yeah. They're ripping off spaghetti westerns,
Yeah.
and they're also ripping off samurai stuff. Like they're doing
I remember
Lone
the
Wolf and
episode.
Cub.
The episode came up. I was like, babe, they're doing Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
They're doing Seven
Yeah,
Samurai.
yeah.
And I was losing my mind.
There's a Seven Samurai
Yeah.
3 Amigos
Oh,
episode.
so
Yeah.
good.
It's
So,
great.
you know what bothers me or like somehow is distracting to me? With
Please say not a movie and like a race of people. So we're like, what? Like, he's like Vietnamese people.
And-
What? Tom, please stop.
and
Don't say that.
This was kind of distracting to me during the first Mandalorian like season,
Mm-hmm.
where I kept wondering when Mandalorian has his helmet on and he's got a full Mandalorian suit. I keep wondering, I'm like, is Pedro Pascal in there?
Yeah.
Or is this another actor and
Like
they
a
just,
body double.
And then just
Yeah.
because he doesn't need to be in there.
Correct.
You don't need to pay Pedro Pascal money just to
To wear a helmet on set.
yeah. I mean, you could just dub in his voice and
Sure.
just have but I don't know why that just distracts me all the time. So now this whole movie, every time he's got his helmet on, I'm just like, is he in there?
And you know what? That's fair because there are 3 people who play Mando in the show, and I'm sure in the movie as well. There's Pedro Pascal, who is sometimes in the suit, in the helmet, on set talking, and there's 2 other guys who are like stunt actors who do a lot of the physical stuff. So it's often, maybe in the same scene, it's going to be switching between people under the helmet, and how can we tell? We'll never be able to know.
Pascal has confirmed that as the show progressed, he has worn the suit less frequently due to other
We're
commitments.
getting a half-assed Mandalorian.
Yeah, because he's so busy. Yeah, that makes sense. He's been doing so much stuff.
And the chat room agrees with you, sort of disagrees. He says taking off the helmet ruined it, and everyone is tired of Pascal. I do kind of agree that the helmet should have stayed on, and then the limited dialogue was what I enjoyed because it did harken back to something I love, which is Western.
The old Western,
There's
the
not
silent
a lot
Western.
of talking. You do a lot of camera establishment shots, and they were doing that. They did the beautiful, because they were using that background technology.
That volume, it was so beautiful.
Remember when they were using that 4K and then they'd shoot it on the soundstage so they could do anything they want behind the people?
Yeah, and then shoot it all in camera.
And it just looked insane.
Yep.
You know, so dude, just give me all of that and leave his helmet on. Leave the like, oh, are we going to the... Like, I like
the
that.
muffled voice.
I like the muffled voice
Yeah.
that builds the character, and never take your helmet off and just go to a next town, next galaxy,
And,
next
and
galaxy,
also
next galaxy.
keep cutting to that baby Yoda as much as possible, making different faces and reacting to things, because honestly, that's what I'm here for. I want to see that puppet be cute as hell, and that puppet is adorable. And based on the marketing in the trailers, they're promising a lot of Grogu, so that's what I'm going for at this point. You know, Pedro Pascal, I still like him. I like the Mando character.
The rumor
I'm in
I
it for
read-
Grogu, though.
The rumor I read is that you may get full frontal nudity with Grogu.
About time, because I didn't get it with Yoda.
He's 200 years old.
Whatever. There's going to be some pretty epic sex scenes in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it when the baby saves the day.
Oh, he hit the button. Airlock.
He puts out his little baby arm and he uses the force.
Yeah.
I like it.
I find it delightful.
I feel good inside when the baby saves the day.
So let's talk about Backrooms. Which one is it?
Backrooms is a movie that I may be looking forward to the most in the next few weeks. It's this young guy named Kane Parsons who started out on YouTube. He's a YouTuber named Kane Pixels, and when he was like 16, maybe younger, he put out a series of videos called Backrooms, and it's like you've probably seen it, where it's imagine it's like a office, like a commercial space, like an office building on the inside, but the hallways, the walls don't make any sense. Like it's very weird
Like
looking.
when they get lost in Severance.
Okay,
Just like hallways to nowhere,
Yes.
big flickering lights. In
Those
a room
Severance
with
hallways
nothing in it.
are strongly influenced by Backrooms.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this kid, what makes him impressive is that he did these really cool videos. Some of them are like 45 minutes long, and they can be very tense and pretty scary, about people being lost in these weird spaces and eventually discovering and being chased by some sort of creature. He's only 16. And he did it all by himself in a software program called Blender, and it blew him up online. People were just so impressed by his storytelling skills, his imagination, and his use of this program.
I like
that
this.
he got mega popular. And then A24 reached out to him, and at the age of 18 or 19, he signed a deal with them to make a feature-length version of his project of
You put some
Backrooms.
birds in your show.
Yeah, and then a big one that's it talks to you, and then if you have cancer, you eat it. And
Right. You got to put a cancer bird in your movie, kid.
It's a Tuesday. It's a sequel Tuesday. It's and they got like Chiwetel Ejiofor and this lady who just got nominated for an Academy Award. I forgot her name. Like they got like put a lot of money into this, and they made a big budget version of his project. And he's only 20 years old. He's incredibly young.
That's awesome.
Like when Spielberg made Jaws, he was 27, and people still hold that as a benchmark. Like, wow, to make Jaws at 27 is incredible. So for this guy to not even be of drinking age, and he's already made a big budget film that's tracking to open to like 20 million already.
Wow.
Probably didn't cost that much. It's going to do well. It's going to make money. And this guy's his career is starting already at such a young age, and I'm hoping it's going to be really good. The marketing has been good. I really like those YouTube shorts. Those videos are incredible, I think. So I'm really, really, really excited for this.
Chat room saying Backrooms was a cool game, so interested to see the movie. Playing with liminal spaces, they were huge. His videos created a whole genre of gaming.
Yes. He did the video first, I think, and then someone turned it into a game, and then the concept of the liminal spaces.
It's a meme at this point.
It has
Like, it's
become a full-on
everywhere.
meme. Yeah.
And like the confusing part to me about making a movie of it is like the whole thing about Backrooms is that there's like no story to it. You just like kind of wander into a space and you're stuck there,
Is
and
this a
there's
less
nothing really going on.
ridiculous?
That's very true.
Is this a less ridiculous? The toilet guys with the
Skibbity toilet?
Skibbity toilet. Is this a less ridiculous skibbity
A
toilet?
much less absurdist skibbity toilet.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like
There's just-
skibbity toilet went to the mountaintop. This,
and
this
it's funny
is-
that people don't talk about Skibbity Toilet anymore. But
No.
meanwhile, I'm pretty sure they are in production on a movie,
Absolutely,
produced, maybe even
sure.
directed by Michael
with
Bay.
the churn. No,
Yeah,
the churn. got
and
him.
they missed the churn.
They did. They missed the churn.
missed
I'm
it.
sorry, Michael
Yeah.
Bay. You're too dumb old man. You're too slow for the churn. Skibbity. I'm sorry.
Should have come out like
Good
2
day.
years ago at this point.
Yeah, you have skibbity'd your own toilet, sir. You're done.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
funny.
yeah. It's too slow.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
like
Too
you
slow,
only
fatso.
get, like, we're gonna start saying that.
Yeah, too slow,
Yeah,
fatso?
too slow, fatso.
You do nothing, man. Okay, we're going to end with A24 because I have a question to ask you about a movie
Wait,
I
is
watched.
it A24 or A24?
I think they do say A24. I think. Yeah.
Like etouffee?
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let's talk about
Like a
Matt.
Louisiana
I love
treat?
some etouffee.
Yeah, etouffee.
Let me get some
Voilà,
A24
that guy on dit de etouffee.
and some beignet.
You guys are real close to summoning Cajun Gabe.
Masters of the Universe, real quick.
Masters of the Universe. Yes, big budget.
I think the trailer looks awesome.
It looks.
Am I wrong?
It looks crazy. It looks ridiculous.
I'm tentatively excited because one of my kids brought this movie up to me. Like I would have thought I would be bringing this to them.
I'm excited too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't like the Jared Leto Skeletor thing. Other than that, all I needed to see was the text from the mom.
Evil
I found
in?
your sword
Oh, I
or
thought-
whatever.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I'm all in.
It is weird that they got Leto to do it, and then he's not doing the Skeletor voice that we all know and love. Yeah, he's not doing that. He's doing like a deep voice.
I don't
And
want a deep voice.
And no one's asking
That's
for
not
that.
Skeletor.
Exactly. It makes
Why
me
do
so
you-
mad
why
as a 44-year-old man that they're not getting Skeletor.
Why does Jared Leto? Somebody needs to take him aside and say, like, look, man, the Joker, Skeletor, you're very lucky to be a weird old man that some people think is a pedophile.
Yeah, he's got a weird cult, yeah.
And you are getting, like, some of our most beloved IP.
Iconic.
Stop messing it up, dude. We don't want your Joker to be Post Malone.
Yeah.
And we don't want Skeletor to be a deep voice. He's got to be like this. And he's got to be...
Yes, exactly.
It's a Freddy.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
What are you doing?
I think it's a strange casting choice, but the movie does look like kind of fun. And again, it's probably for kids. It's for the
good.
youths. And yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good for what it is. You know?
I'm sort of excited about it.
I loved He-Man as a kid so
yeah.
much. As a child.
It's funny. I couldn't afford a lot of the He-Man stuff, so I played with it at like my buddy's house, like the
Right.
castles, and
Yeah.
like I never forget. There was one particular. I wanted it so bad. It was the Ram Man. The guy that you push him down, and I was like, oh, and he becomes my height. I was like, I'm a Ram Man.
I'll be Ram Man.
And nobody wanted to be Ram Man, right? Because he's not. That guy sucks.
Yeah. He's
But
a
I was
B
like,
character.
I'll be Ram Man. I am Ram Man. I'm Dan the Ram Man. Maybe I should do that for Halloween.
There you go. Yeah,
I don't know what his name is. Is it Ram Man?
Yeah.
I think it is Ray Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he may even be in the movie,
And
so
his like
it'll be
neck
like
would
relevant
pop
again.
out. Yeah.
My buddy, when a young kid had he had a rideable Cringer.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Like
Really?
it was, but it was the spring loaded.
I had the Spring Battle Cat.
You had the Spring Battle Cat?
I had the Spring Battle Cat when I asked. I got it for Christmas.
We had
one
friends
year.
that had that.
Wow.
That was an extremely popular toy.
Yeah.
Also, the case that
Yeah.
was a skeleton castle that you
Castle
had.
Grayskull.
Oh, Castle Grayskull. I had that. Castle Grayskull. You open it up and it has like trapdoors on the inside
and
and
it had
stuff.
a handle on the top so you could take it to your grandma's house and lose all your swords. Right? You take it to your grandma's house on Christmas,
And lose
right?
all
Like
the
you
little
drive to
pieces,
Virginia
yeah.
and you go there, like, oh my God, I lost Battle Cat's saddle. It's somewhere in this house.
So we have to go, but before we go, I have to ask you about a movie. Now, this may contain a spoiler of some sort.
that why you
just
left
by
it? Okay.
asking it? So, and it's about Begonia.
Is Brad Pitt that same guy in Fight Club?
So if you want to watch Begonia later, turn it off
All
now.
right, here
Anyway.
comes a big spoiler, guys.
No,
I
it's not even a
already know
spoiler.
what he's going to ask. It's coming.
So you've seen Begonia.
I have seen Begonia.
Okay, well, I watched Begonia with Crystal.
I've seen Bugtopia.
You've spoiled nothing so far.
So far, we're good.
Yeah, and I watched it in a good movie, good actors.
You gave it a good. That's really
Got a good. All right.
Yeah, good movie, good actor.
Good cinematography.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that's 3 goods now.
Yeah, yeah.
was the first thing he said was cinematography. When he gave me the private review, he said,
Like-
the cinematography.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Seriously,
Yeah.
he did say it's beautiful.
Cinematography's good, and this is why I thought that it got nominated. And I was like, it's like great acting, great cinematography.
We've been upgraded to great, y'all.
It's great.
Yeah, great.
And then I'm like, as it goes on, I'm like, where's this going?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it goes.
That's a big ending. It's got a big ending.
Big
yeah.
ending.
And then I'm like, what the hell? And Crystal fell asleep, and I described it and when I was describing the ending, and Crystal's like, you're giving me anxiety. Stop. I'm like, you don't understand. Anyway, what do you think?
I really like that movie.
Okay.
I like that it has that ending because most people aren't expecting it to go that way. They
Okay,
expect it
yeah.
to go the obvious
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But I also knew, I'm pretty sure I remembered it was going to go there because Begonia is a remake of a South Korean film
Oh, okay,
from
so
like
you
20
knew.
years prior that I had seen forever ago. So as I was watching the movie, I'm like, I'm pretty sure in my mind, I'm almost positive it ends this way. Then when it got there, I was like, I was right. But I love that ending. I think it's crazy. And it's a challenging ending for people because it takes a big swing. And I can see people be like, screw this movie.
I
if
like a
that
big
happens.
swing.
I
I
didn't
like
know.
it sometimes when the bottom falls out and you're like, that didn't.
Yeah, it
land.
didn't work out.
I
But
like
I mean,
that.
at least he tried something.
I like
you
that.
know?
I was mad at first, but the longer I get away from it, I'm happy that
There
they
you go. Yeah, that's the
I don't-
thing.
Which is weird, because I was so mad. I was like, "What the hell?" I was waking up Crystal like, "Wow, it's crazy!" But then, and then I was laughing because I always laugh, and then later on, I was like, "Oh, okay, good."
Yeah, it's
Wow.
Anyway.
You're on track to, like, on your deathbed, be just talking about this movie.
All right, Chris, thanks so much
Thanks,
for coming
guys.
by.
Love
I
you,
appreciate
buddy.
it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, again, Cinema Crespediso. Also, Who's the Baddie podcast.
Yeah.
Anywhere podcasts are found.
Oh, I think my movie has been selected. I just got to pick my time, but I know Matt has something, and I think he's going real old. Like it's
is
some
he?
classic old movie, like
Yes.
Hello Dolly or something.
Oh, nice.
yeah, he's loading up some grandpa movie for me. I'm like, all right,
Let's do it. Let's talk about Mr. Limpet.
Yeah.
And we will be right back. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We got Jordan Foley.
Hey,
here.
hey.
How you doing, Jordan?
It's working today.
So, Jordan, tell us about Bandcamp and tell us about your new tour coming up with Gabe Lee.
Well, first, because I promised this to the listeners, and I did it privately, but I'm going to do it on the air. I have to apologize to Jordan and to his lovely wife for, as they were singing at Judson's, at Dr. Phillips, the greatest, like, in my opinion, one of, if not the greatest venues we have here in town.
Beautiful.
My phone alarm went off. It ruined the song. In my eyes, it ruined the whole thing. Now, true to what Tom said, and I like to give him victories, right? Because he didn't give a lot of victories.
Yeah.
A lot of the listeners are mean to him.
hand it
They have
to
a
him.
whole page where they bully him, and they think he's like
That's on my
Did you know
fan
that?
page.
Yeah.
I got a
It
fan
ain't no fan page. It ain't no
It's a
fan
whole-
page. It's literally
Pissing
just
Tom off.
it's just memes and pictures of him doing bad stuff and them going, like, look at how
No,
dumb he
that's
is.
adult love.
But he said, there's no way Jordan remembers that. You're fine. No big deal. And true to form, Jordan was like, no, I don't remember
I don't
any of
remember
that,
it.
which is great.
Yeah.
He was so locked into the moment of singing with his wife and performing at Judson's that, but anyway, I'm sorry. I will never bring a phone to a concert again. Like, seriously, that'll never
You
happen
should get
again.
your own personal yonder at this point. You know,
I-
just like lock it up. But no, don't worry about it, man. That's I literally, when you told me, I was like, I don't recall. I remember seeing you.
Yes.
I remember making eye contact with you.
Some of
your
your
eyes were
friends-
like bulging out, and I was like, is he okay?
Well, okay,
But-
this is the part I was
Man.
going to tell you off the air, and then I waited. I'll tell you on the air. After it happened, I knew there were people behind me that I believe are your wife's friends or besties or something. I
Oh,
could
yeah,
feel the
okay.
energy, right? And I'm real good with energies. No, I'm like a 99% on energies. I'm an energy guy.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, and I'd feel that when they were filming, and I'm like, oh my God, there's video of your stupid phone going off, you idiot. You have to sit here, and you have to pick a dot on the back of Judson's, and to punish yourself, you have to stare at it and force your brain to kill your body. Like,
I know that-
can you shut yourself down and kill yourself with your mind? And I
Listen.
tried so hard. I was like, ugh.
I know you talk all day, every day, but like maybe you could go talk to somebody about that because it's all right.
Oh,
you
I
don't
did.
need to
I
beat
brought it
yourself
up.
Yeah,
I brought it up
His
with my
brain
therapist.
is crazy. Jordan. It's rotten.
Dude,
it's really
It doesn't matter.
He
It's
says
really
I'm a
okay.
2-week-old pumpkin. You know, when you leave it out after Halloween, he says my brain is a mush.
Let me tell you though, because I said it before we got on air that I can top it. So you know Colin Hay.
Yes.
from Men at Work.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? So we played at the Plaza Live. This was like 2014 maybe.
Okay.
Had a bunch of guitars around him. It was like really cool show, real intimate. It was packed house. And I got drunk. I was hammered, and I kept going to get like Tall Boy OBPs.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Sweet beer.
Yeah. When he finished his songs, it would get real quiet, and he would just start telling stories. Well, I kicked, when I went to get up to go to the bar and get more beer, I'd kicked the can, and it went rolling down. Because, it was slanted.
Yeah.
So the can went rolling down, and he went, bloody hell, what's going on out there?
I was like, got a bloody hell?
Yeah, I got a bloody hell from Colin Hay, and I went, I'm sorry. Sorry, Colin.
Oh, you never admit to it.
Because I was the only one standing. And then as I'm walking down the aisle, I kicked somebody else's beer can, and it went rolling down. He was like, come on.
What the hell?
So at the end of the show, he was standing outside, and I went up and apologized. I was like, I was the beer guy. Sorry, man.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Colin Hay.
Yeah. Well, I do apologize, but let this be a reminder that if you are going to see our local singers and songwriters and people around town, be mindful, learn from my mistake, that if you're in a good venue, just keep your phone on silent. It's easy to do.
The worst is talking. The phone going off, that happens.
It's by accident.
It's when people are like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
I'll play a show and people are literally trying to be louder than you. That's the thing. That's all right, man.
Sure,
come on.
what the hell are you doing?
You're paying like $20 to come to this show. I'm opening for so and so, and you're literally talking over. Not even just me, but then the next act. Like, what are you even doing here then?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit.
Musicians, comics do this a lot, and musicians never do this, but kick people out of your show.
You get to heckle them back and, kick them out. If you want.
Comics
I can't kick people out. I
You're
can't.
right. People don't do that.
I feel like I can't kick people out. I'd get canceled. Or they'd be like, oh, Jordan's a jerk.
Yeah. You can say dick. It's fine.
Yeah. Not only can you kick people out, but you could have them roughed up.
Oh, yeah?
Beat that guy up.
Drag him out on it, buddy.
Yeah, you can do that.
Because if someone, and the whole crowd would cheer if you were like, this person's being beat up by my security. I would cheer. I'm like, because we need to teach people the lesson. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're talking
Wait a minute,
about
just to
ruining
clarify,
everybody's...
this isn't for phone people, right? I wouldn't have
No,
been
you're
drunk
not. You're
okay.
That's an accident.
Okay, so I get a pass. It's fine. But I get a warning. I think a guy with a beret should come over and talk to me.
If it happens more than once, then you're like, all right,
I
man.
think once, just as an enforcer, a bigger man with a beret, burgundy beret, should come over and talk. Or at least stand in the vicinity.
Put your phone away.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like,
well,
hey.
I did do I'm going to see Jack White later, and I know that they do the Yonder where you put your phone in a bag you can't
Have you done that before?
Not yet, no.
Okay, I did that for Dave
for me.
Chappelle and for something else. I forget what I did.
I did go see Jason Isbell at Dr. Phillips Center a couple weeks ago. Tyler Hood and I went.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Shout out to Tyler.
Yeah, shout out. And they were like, they had all the ushers kept being like, turn off your phone, no phone or no photo or video. So anytime somebody threw up the phone, they would literally go and tell them, hey.
That's more distracting than the bag, I feel like, right?
Yeah, because then you have people going around.
Yeah. And I feel like if I was the artist on stage and because they present to me like the show,
they're whispering the entire time. There's like a low rumble the entire time.
The show is better when no one has phones.
Right.
Agreed.
It's better for everybody.
It is.
Agreed.
It is better. I agree.
Yeah, like Dave Chappelle the stand-up wasn't even the best stand-up I've seen, but because the cell phones were gone, it was a different environment.
You're in the moment.
Yeah. And the audience, it's better for them. They can't control themselves. They're addicted to filming. They go, why are you filming? Look at through your eyes.
Yeah.
And but it costs like $10,000, some insane amount of money for the service to put everybody's phone in a bag.
I feel like you can make your own bags with a team.
Well,
you can get a team of people to make bags.
Well, I'd just be screaming at my audience like, this could be done with if you just turn your phone off. I don't have to spend $10,000.
But they can't do it. There's always going to be one guy that's like, I don't like me.
Well, I don't even know
nothing.
I don't even know too many other companies other than Yonder who are doing it. So I actually
we could do it. We could start.
It's like, are you monopolizing yourself?
Why don't we start the cheaper company?
Cheaper. It's like a garbage bag.
Yeah, I mean, like
we just throw your phones in the garbage bag. We'll pass them back out at the end of the night. Then you're there for 2 hours.
Right?
Yeah,
it should be something disposable that harms the environment.
Phones should be disposable. Let's get real.
Yeah,
I can make it real cheap, but ICE is going to shut it down.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
They're gonna raid my houses where I keep my workers and shut me down.
Man,
shout out to to Lou.
Oh, right,
Lou
right.
and Uncle Lou's and everything. It goes without saying, like it's
They're
a
trying
real
to figure that
frustrating
out.
situation, and
He's got his counsel now, I guess.
yeah, his GoFundMe is
And there's no
blown
direct
up and-
order as of, at least I checked. There is no
Yeah.
direct order of deportation, so we'll see what happens with that.
Where's Lou from?
Jamaica.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I didn't know that either.
I played at Uncle Lou's one time in 2018.
Okay.
And it,
Like an open mic type of thing?
it was a songwriter lineup. Who was the band? Plain versus Cult was the
Okay, yeah,
headliner with
yeah.
Brian Colleen. It was an awesome time. So yeah, just heart goes out to Lou and
Well, you cut
his
your teeth
family,
on a
and
lot of
you
shows.
Have to.
Well,
You have
even
to,
now,
yeah.
how often let's dig into it a little bit, because I noticed, and you can explain this better to me and Tom. I want to say like a month or so ago, you were doing a lot of shows, like a bunch of different shows in and around Florida.
Yeah.
But I noticed there was one, and I think it was a listening room show.
Yes.
And this is happening a lot, which is why I want to talk about it, where you're getting like really good shows, that even smaller shows, it could be like listening room type shows, but the tickets are just not, people not going out, or people saving their money. It just seems like, it seems like all tickets, big, small, medium, are all in flux. Nobody knows what they're ordering.
It's tough.
There's no standard ticket price. Like, what is affecting the strangeness that is people buying tickets right now?
Man, that's a great question. I really don't know what's causing the influx or the lack of sales. Honestly, it's probably because of price. At the end of the day, it is expensive. I did have a situation with one listening room show, and honestly, it just came down to two shows getting booked in the same night.
Right.
And the venue wanting to be able to put both on. And then, because you're promoting two shows at once, you are then like having to kind of like figure out, how do I promote both and get people to go to both?
Sure.
And you're also not a venue that like does earlier evening shows, and you're trying to, so it's like a new thing. So moving our show earlier then kind of like complicates, it could complicate the folks who are going, where they're like, oh, well, now I can't because it's at 5 instead of 7, or, so I think in terms of that particular show, there was just miscommunication in not necessarily mapping out that show in particular. But I do see quite a fluctuation of like attendance in
bigger shows
in venues, both big and small, and that's what's happening now, especially with singer-songwriters, is we're finding that house shows, like where you're playing in somebody's living room, those are actually the highest paying gigs you can get right now.
That's what I wanted to
because
get to,
you're like
that,
you're basically looking at, you're walking away with like whatever people are willing to pay to help you get along your way. You could walk away with $1,000. You could walk away with a little more chunk in your chain,
right, than you
chunk of
would
change in your
any other
pocket
time.
than you would like playing a venue where you're like your tier of artistry, like where I am in how many people I can draw.
Sure.
I play in a city, how many people I'm going to be playing in Charlotte. I've never played there before, so I have to lean heavily on Gabe Lee, who has played there before, who has the following. I have to be able to lean on him.
You may see my cousin Scotty Dennis.
Oh, cool! Tell him to come on out.
Well, I've been talking about you with him.
Cool.
He's in Charlotte. He's a guitar guy. He loves singer-songwriters. He just saw Billy Strings, who just wrote through well before he broke his leg.
He's another little person.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
you'll
You'll be able to see. He'll leave his phone on
Hey, you're
for
in
you,
good company,
too.
man.
Yeah, here's
the
the one
whole
thing.
side of my mom's family is the same. Like,
us Dennis
straight
guys.
from
You'll see
Italy, straight Italian.
Little guy, loud phone. He'll be yelling at you.
Hey, it's all good.
He does have a unique look, which is interesting.
Yeah.
He's bald. He's my height, bald, and he has a giant white, curly handlebar mustache.
like the mayor.
Yeah, like the Mayor Munchkins. Yeah. And I'm like his slacker cousin, But yeah, you might meet him. Then.
Yeah, that's great. Tell him to come on out. So,
I will.
So that's the
He'll
thing
bring a group.
is knowing like, because we had a situation with this tour where we were like, all right, well, are we going to play a Blue Jay listening room in Jack's Beach, or are we going to shoot for Ponte Vedra?
Right.
Ponte Vedra is a big cap, and we've both been to shows there, and I don't know if you've been to Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, Tom.
I know of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
so it's a big venue.
It is. It's sizable.
I would say like 1,000, maybe. And so they were asking like, can you bring in 600 people?
That's a lot
on a Monday night.
Oh yeah,
And so
That's
then we were
impossible.
looking at
How do you
we
do
were
that?
looking at it between there and Blue Jay Listening Room, and it's like, well, we know we're going to bring in people at Blue Jay because
Right.
Blue Jay has a built-in audience already. Gabe has a decent following and has been wanting to play at Blue Jay. I've played at Blue Jay a ton. I've sold the place out. Like there is a lot. Like, and I love Kara. Like the folks up there. Patrick Hagerman is now like a big part of Blue Jay. I mean, absolutely love them. And it was one of those things
And
where
it's a better
like,
show, I
as much
feel,
as I would
right?
love to play at Ponte Vedra selfishly, I know that we'll sell more numbers, we'll sell more tickets at a smaller venue.
But it's
Yeah.
a better show, I feel like. The first,
Oh, yeah.
the first house show I've ever went to was Terry Benyon.
Oh yeah,
I
I just talked to her.
and her just asking like, "Hey, do you want to? We're doing this thing. You should stop by." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I come by, and it's her, and that was, I think, one of the first house shows where, and you get introduced to people too. I love
Yeah.
that, where you kind of don't even know what you're, kind of show up with your. I showed up with a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah,
and just kind of
as you
sat
can.
there. Matthew Fowler was on that
Yeah.
show, and that's the first time
Oh,
I ever
nice.
saw
That's
him
a-
play.
man,
Haven't seen
love
that guy
Matthew.
in forever.
He
but-
lives in Sanford now.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's in town.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Jordan, I recently saw some article about a lot of artists having problems selling tickets, and even concerts and shows
Well, the
being
big
canceled.
ones are they're overshooting and don't know what they're doing, and they're charging hundreds of dollars.
Do you think a little bit of the problem is just the amount of shows and entertainment going on and your availability to promote it, and people having so many different options of remember, there was a time 20 years ago
Yeah.
where you didn't know what was happening on the weekend, and it was
Yeah.
hard to find
Yeah.
what was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now it seems like there are infinite things that
Yeah.
you could find around, like walking distance from your house
yeah.
almost. There's and now it's so easy to find what's going on that is your just ultimate competition with everything.
I think you hit the nail on the head with promotion. And this it's not a knock on any venues in particular, and it's also not a knock on any artists. It's just you're trying to find your niche, and you're trying to find out who's going to go to your show. And I think that's why it's so easy for me to play in Orlando, is because I've been able to play here for so long. But when I'm starting to branch out to other places, I have to do personal invites. I have to I had a friend who I just went, Nathan Evans Fox, that I went on the road with. He was talking about finding he had a show in Raleigh, and they hit him up and they were like, "Hey, we got low ticket count. Can you do something?" So he had a friend who's an influencer in Raleigh, and he just hit him up and was like, "Hey, I really need to sell tickets." Influencer put it on his handle. And so it's you can go about it in so many different ways. And what I'm starting to notice is some venues, they might have the marketing budget to be able to promote the show and put it in the right demographic, and they're not. Or they're generalizing rather than going into and it's a give and take. You got to be able to do it as an artist, and then the venue also has to be able to do it too. And so getting into the shows where it's low ticket count, I think it comes down to the day. It comes down to people knowing about it. Some people don't even hear about a show.
Happened to me at the bowling tournament. There was a
Didn't even know they were coming into
like
town.
Lily Hyatt.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Lily
Yeah,
Hyatt was-
1010 Brewing.
Yeah, 1010 Brewing. I bought a ticket for it, but then I got sick and didn't end up going. But it was one of those things where I was mentioning it to people that I
They're
thought
like,
were
"Oh
going.
my God, Lily Hyatt." I
Yeah.
had the same conversation.
I was like, "How
Yeah.
was it?" And they were like, "We didn't know it was happening." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean you did?" It's so yeah. It does feel like it. Also, maybe we are a odd slave to the algorithm, right? Is it? It kind of makes me feel like one false move, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm looking at my algorithm and I do one little thing, I don't know, let's say Jordan likes apples,
Yeah.
and I don't, and I say I don't like them. Is that the one thing keeping me from seeing your content? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Is there a barrier?
I think
there?
that goes hand in hand with what Tom was saying about there being an overabundance of availability
Sure.
for, there's so much coming into town. Charlie Crockett's coming to Dr. Phillips Center,
Yep.
right? And so is Clint Black and Vince Gill and all these country acts are coming into town. And and I'm just knowing this because, I'm just learning the business of it that Mariah works at Dr. Phillips Center.
Sure.
So I'm learning ticket sales. How does that work? How do you map out your time? How do you get the slots? And it's tough to be able to market all of the shows. It's tough to be able to get them out to the right people because Charlie Crockett will come to St. Augustine and it'll blow up, sell out. And then it's like, well, how will it do here? And real quick, too, this also makes a good point. Like, Foreigner just came to Florida, right? Went, Jukebox Hero.
Oh my God, love it.
Oh, yeah.
We went and saw them in Clearwater at Bay Care Sounds, which is this awesome amphitheater out there. And they're an amphitheater band, you know? And then they played at Dr. Phillips Center like a couple days later, and it's like, yeah, like it did well, but they're an amphitheater band. They're not necessarily a theater band.
Interesting.
So, like, there's a lot of dynamics to consider, and that's just coming from me. That's not coming from Dr. Phillips Center.
Yeah,
That's something
yeah.
that I was noticing. You know, that's not coming from Mariah. I just want to make that clear that, you know.
Yeah, no, I
it's
get
more,
I get
it's
what you're
more
saying.
like looking at it and being like, well, I know you want to bring in these bands because you, like, or not even just them, but anywhere. Like, you want to bring in certain acts because you think that it'll sell well or it'll do well. And it's like, well, you have to figure out what kind of show they put on, too.
Yeah, true. Absolutely true.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk a little bit about your band camp, or like, well, I guess it's... Yeah, I know Tom mentioned that. Yeah,
I also wanted to mention, if I was the owner of a venue and Jordan was playing, I would call Jordan and say, like, hey, you got to get ticket sales up. And then I'll be like, I've been pushing it. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I didn't do nothing. I just tell you,
I've been pushing it.
Well,
I like
that's the
that.
whole thing is-
I've been pushing it.
So
Yeah.
I'm
What does
just
that
gonna,
mean?
I'm gonna tell every artist that's playing at my venue that I've been pushing it and I have not done nothing.
I think-
I just call them and say, you do it.
That's the whole thing for me is like, if your name is on it and you're getting the opportunity to play somewhere, you better give a damn about the show.
Yeah.
You better like, so like when that happened, when it was like, hey, we got low ticket sales, do everything you can to put
Yeah.
out, to put out and try to get people to go. It's like, all right, I'm going to beg. You know what I mean? I'm going to
Sure.
go out there and just be like, because it's twofold. It's like, I'm going to get ticket sales. I'm going to try to get ticket sales. We didn't. We sold 5 tickets. But like,
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
going to
yeah.
put it out there. And then down the line, I'm looking at it as like, well, another agent who's working with my agent might see it and be like, well, Jordan will fight for shows.
Right.
And it's like, so if you're an artist out there, you're not given anything. I've seen a lot of opening acts where they're like miserable. And it's like, dude, you get to play this show.
yeah.
Like, give it your everything.
I just want to
Would you be a miserable open act? I like this. Top
Of course I
fan,
would.
miserable open act.
What happened to the day where I just show up and an endless crowd?
I just want to show up and be in. I just want to show up and do my art.
What
It's
are
like,
they miserable
oh,
about?
man,
I mean, you
there's
don't have
so
to
much
air anybody
more.
out, but
I
it's
want
just a
you to-
vibe you feel, right? Like they're huffing and puffing around, they're plugging in their stuff.
I
and
want
check.
Why aren't
VIP
people coming out?
VIP
You're not
parking.
telling them.
right.
Put me in the green room, a buffet. What
kind of buffet?
Full spread.
Yeah, but what are you going, Italian?
Full
What are you going,
spread.
Italian? Or
I
you
mean,
want
no,
all
I want-
American? You want chicken fingers?
I
or you
want a little bit of everything, just in
Okay.
case. And I want everything on my rider, everything, including the jelly beans that I put to see if you
All
are
right.
paying attention.
Jelly Belly,
And-
like the Jelly Belly buttered popcorn.
I want to get out there. I want to give you a good. I mean, I'm giving you 65%.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, I'm giving you a good.
I'm over 50
Giving you-
is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I'm leaving.
And I'm leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want cash.
Are you miserable leaving? Are you mad?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, the whole time.
They hand you a W-9 and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
grab the cash fast from your hand.
Snatch grab.
What happened to those
Like I teach
days?
that to my daughter. Like, don't snatch grab. I was like, it's so insulting when people snatch grab anything.
Yeah.
Anything. When they just
Yeah.
grab it out of their hands like
Man.
it's their. Give me
It's
that.
wild. It's a wild time out there. But yes, so to answer your question about Bandcamp, or you wanted
Well,
to talk
I mean,
about
I know
Bandcamp and
I know you're going to
everything,
go
so-
on another run,
Yes.
and you're going out with Gabe Lee.
I am, which is a pretty cool.
That's a big
Do we
name.
know Gabe Lee? Do you
I
listen to
do
Gabe
know.
Lee?
I do
Okay.
know Gabe Lee. I know
Yeah.
the song, "Wedding Song."
Wedding Song.
Yeah, but it's funny because
Yeah.
that is the song I know.
Sure.
I'm not going to lie to you and say,
Yeah, yeah.
but
No,
I
it's
have
all good.
started listening more Gabe Lee.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, you
He's
are
real good.
hitching
I'm
yourself
in
to a great
good
wagon.
territory. Yeah, good company right there. I met Gabe playing the John Prine tribute show "You Got Gold" in Nashville.
Yes, that's right. You
a
did
couple
that. I
years
forgot
ago.
you did that.
Yeah, and I got to hang out with him, and we got along, and then I was in Nashville when I was on tour in January with Spencer Thomas. We played a real divey bar in Madison called D's Country Cocktail Lounge.
All right, that
awesome.
sounds.
Yeah.
I made
like that.
$50.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But no, it was a great venue, and like it was a lot of fun. But afterwards, I ended up meeting up with a buddy who's also friends with Gabe. His name is Zach Meadows. He's a singer-songwriter as well. I highly suggest you listen to his music. He's originally from Orlando and moved up to Nashville, and he's on the same music group management as Gabe. So again, like aside from meeting Gabe myself, like Zach kind of connected me with Gabe a little bit more because they became buddies.
You have some like relative history there with other people, and there's some vouching, it seems like, maybe going on.
And so Zach and I met up to catch up and with him and his wife, and then he was like, yeah, Gabe's playing this private show right next door, like an intimate recorded live kind of a house show situation. He was like, I would say let's go over there, but you and I won't be able to talk. He's like, so we could just hang here. And he's like, but you can go say hi to Gabe afterward. And I was like, well, I don't want to bother him. I go outside, I'm heading to my car, and Gabe and his wife are walking in the parking lot. So I just ran over to say hi.
Nice.
And he was like, I want to do a run with you. I want to go on the road with you. And I was like, with me? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, you're a road warrior. He's like, I can tell you're hustling. He's like, let's get on.
That goes back to what we were just talking about.
Let's get on the house show, listening room situation. Yeah. Let's do some more intimate shows. And you're based in Florida. Let's get some Florida shows because he hasn't played in Florida a whole lot. And so
we're getting a lot of shows.
Yeah, man.
Like we're eking out places like Tuffy's, 1010.
Yeah,
like places that we have history with. It seems like our understanding that there is a market for a lot of the music that I know Crystal likes, a lot of the same kind of music that I like. Like there a lot of like singer-songwriter Americana, eking into country, real country.
Look at Red Clay Strays. I opened for them in 2023. Now they're playing Kia Center. Yeah. And I'm friends. I mean, they're good friends of mine, and they're really good, and they hustle, it's...
Well, hence why there's so many competition or so much competition for venues.
Correct.
There's a lot more venues now than there used to be.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, and
they're big, small.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is that we're looking at different size venues, and you got to know which ones you can hit to be able to get to the next level. Like again with Gabe, we're playing this awesome venue called Evening Muse in Charlotte, and it's the one spot that my agent told me it's huge. He's like, if you get to play here, you are on the up and up. And I was like, well, all right. And then Gabe and I we're doing a song swap. So like we're actually going to sit on stage together and take turns. And he said he'll play some keys on my songs. I'll do some harmonies on his because I know his catalog. So
Tom and I are thinking of doing a joke swap with some of our listeners.
You should do a Colin Jost and Michael Shea do where you read each other's jokes.
I'd write some really bad. Oh my god!
I'll write the N word.
I'll get worse.
R word, N word.
Yeah, but no backlash for that. I'll give you nothing but Charlie Kirk. Nothing but Charlie Kirk, and he'll shut you down. You won't be able to live.
While he's playing your songs, you just sit in a chair and jack it.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to put my guitar away now.
Sit in a chair and jack
Have at it, Gabe.
That's a real song swap.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, Jordan, I want to, because I want to hear a song. And but before
you're
that,
watching the clock over here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But before that, I want to.
Because we always run out of time with it. We get to the end. We're like, did we even promote?
Did we get to where we wanted to be?
So let's talk about Bandcamp and how people can support you real quick.
Yes. So I, in January when I was going on the road, I had new songs that I wanted to be able to play that are nowhere to be found. And so I got a little Audigo mic, which is like this little condenser mic. I highly recommend it. You can basically record yourself anywhere. I recorded 8 demos of my songs just so I had them, just so I could like put them somewhere. And I only put them on Bandcamp exclusively with the intent of only having them up for so long. So they're called Demo Stack Volume 1. I called it Volume 1 so that I could have Volume 2 someday, to kind of like push myself to be like, I'm going to do this again. And so I put the songs out in January exclusively on Bandcamp. And now I'm using it. So I'm in the studio right now recording a handful of those songs for a record before the end of the year. I'm working on them with my friend Adam Sliger, who used to run Pioneer Sound out in Castleberry. He now has a home studio. So shout out to Adam. We're recording them. And yeah, the whole plan is to be able to use Bandcamp, the songs on Bandcamp, the demos that I have on Bandcamp to fund the studio time so that Adam's getting taken care of. We're bringing in some musicians to get taken care of, and studio time, mixing, mastering, the album artwork, the whole bit.
It all costs.
Yeah, it does cost money. And so if you go to Bandcamp and you look me up, Jordan Foley, and you find Demo Stack Volume 1, for $5, you get the demos. You can download them and just have them for whenever you want. but they will be gone this Saturday, May 16th. So it's kind of like a nudge of being like, hey, this week, if you could just throw me $5 and get these songs, it could be more than $5, but $5 or more.
It's better than an NPR mug.
It's better than a GoFundMe or like a Kickstarter. Like I just
you get music, and you're really supporting a guy that's going to go and hopefully take these ideas that who knows if the songs will change. I'm guessing that some things will.
Probably. Well, musically, we're adding. I got a buddy doing pedal steel. Tyler's gonna do some lead guitar on some of the songs. We're doing one song where it's fully a cappella. And
is that the one you sang at Judson's?
Yeah, Fields of Wildflowers.
That's a good ass song.
Thank you. We're doing that one, and then I'm turning it into a choir. Like I want a choir.
Come on,
that.
man.
Yeah,
cool.
so that's the goal. That's what I have in my head. So, I just want to be able to take these songs and be able to utilize what I did to be able to fund what I'm doing. What's next. And what's really been cool is, so even when in going on the road in January and the last handful of months, I burned 15 CDs, made them real exclusive, limited quality,
there you go.
Limited quantity of these demos.
How did you find a computer that burns CDs?
I had to get a CD burner that plugs into a USB.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even have one anymore.
I had to get a USB-C adapter for it.
You want to know a fun fact? The only reason we have that iMac is because I can't. If I get rid of that, I have no way to burn a CD at all.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason.
A CD
I don't know. I just there's an anxiety I
got
have
you.
that if somebody's like, you have to burn a CD. I was like, I can do it.
That's really what I'm working towards. So if you go to Bandcamp, Demostack Volume 1, before this Saturday, they will be gone Saturday.
There you go.
Just $5, helps out the studio time. We've already raised $400.
Cool thing about Bandcamp,
so
is
we're on the right track.
It keeps you in the pipeline, too, for like info. So if you do buy it for $5, the cool thing is it's not a lot of money. You get great music. You get to see where the songs go. And then also, you're going to get, when Jordan posts new things or has updates, you will be able to find out first.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, Jordan,
yes.
Tell me about action figures.
Yes, so I've been reading these comments. Somebody's like, we want to hear about the LJ line and Big Rubber guys. And so
we do have listeners that are action figure people. Okay,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I started a new Instagram handle. It's only on Instagram. It's called Figs by Foley. I have been collecting action figures since 2020. I was very bored. And as everyone was at that time, and I wanted to get into a new hobby. I had a bunch of action figures growing up as a kid, played with them all the time, and so I started looking at Star Wars figures and being like, what's valuable? How do I go about getting into this market? And now I'm like more into wrestling. I'm a big WWE fan.
You just went to Backlash.
I did just go to Backlash. It was awesome. It was
I was
really,
always
really
hoping Tom was going to have to drag his kids to wrestling,
man.
but they're not. They went anime.
I splurged.
There's different
My
lanes.
wife said, "Don't do it." She's like, "Don't buy the tickets." I was like, "I did. I'm sorry."
But there's other lanes you can go in as little boys now. Like it used to be for me, you had two lanes. You got G.I. Joe wrestling. Which one are you?
Yeah, which one are you into?
G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
I was G.I. Joe.
So I just I started meeting folks on Instagram who are also into action figures. There's another dude in town. His handle is Wrestling Figs Flip. And he just flips wrestling figures. So like he puts up a bunch for sale, and you could just DM him and be like, "How much do you want for that Macho Man? How much do you want for the Stone Cold?"
Who was your wrestler, Tom? Do you have one, or were you not a wrestling boy?
You know what?
Because it may be in the blood. Maybe
were you a wrestling boy?
Yeah. If anime had been a thing when you were a kid, maybe you would have been an anime guy. I believe in that.
Yeah, that's possible for sure.
My dad wasn't into wrestling, but
he was a Zelda man, though. I know this from facts. He's a Zelda man because you deleted his save one time, and I thought he'd break a bunch of drywall.
My step grandfather was interested in wrestling, and then had like old VHS of like a Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
You gotta have a Hacksaw Jim Duggan DVD or something floating around.
My mother-in-law saw Lawler versus Andy Kaufman, I think.
Wow.
She was just telling me about it. Was it my mother-in-law? Somebody was telling me about seeing that match. It was Corey Brannon, the singer-songwriter. I opened for him. It wasn't my mother-in-law. Corey Brannon was telling me that he saw Jerry the King Lawler versus Andy Kaufman in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's huge.
Well, speaking of that, did you watch the Hulk Hogan documentary on Netflix? Okay.
I did.
I started.
Sad.
I watched episode 1.
I just don't like the guy. I just think the guy
You're a Stone Cold guy, not a...
Yeah. I just put out a reel on my Figs by Foley handle where I got the Shawn Michaels figure where he dresses up as Hulk Hogan. And I put it. I did a reel of me unboxing it, and I said, "This is the only Hulk Hogan figure I want."
Yeah, yeah.
It's a Shawn Michaels figure.
Yeah. He's a shadowy character. He's people are opinionated on Hogan.
Yeah, it's tough to champion somebody.
I got you.
Like that.
Yeah.
But I watched it. I watched it because you want to know what the hell his problem was. And then it's like, well, then his daughter's not even in.
I peed next to him. It takes him a long time to pee. I peed next to him, and this was years ago.
Let me tell you something about Hulk Hogan, brother. He pees forever.
And his hands are so big that when you go to shake his hand, you get the weird his hand goes over your hand.
Oh, yeah, like a
And then when he
bear
pees,
claw.
it's a lot of like, oh. It takes forever. It's like
What a weird thing to put together, though,
Yeah.
that you shook his hand and he peed.
well, it was backstage at like wrestling or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But it did, like, to me, and I only saw episode 1, but it did seem like he was the perfect person to become the most famous wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
Because he was, there's also, like, and I don't, I'm
You
not
mean
gonna
like
say
a perfect storm of ingredients?
Larger than life character.
Like
Yeah.
ingredients, meaning like it seems like there was an intelligence level that maybe at a certain point. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he's not an idiot. No, he's not an idiot.
Not an idiot, but not too smart to because I feel like if you
Well,
if
he
you
needs
were
to be dumb enough to be manipulated.
yeah. If you were
right?
like John Cena, I feel like John Cena's like a smart guy, a smart business guy, and like it could have been more successful, but he kind of got to a point where it's like, this is good for my family and
Yeah.
my well-being and my personal
he has
health.
boundaries. He has
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then
like like an intelligent
but
human.
Hulk Hogan just
Man.
like, I'm going
No boundaries, brother.
No,
I'm coming back, brother.
I'll ruin my family.
There's 2 things I love, brother, and it's fitting on yelling the N-word, brother.
Like, just put more fentanyl patches. Get me out there. Like,
dude.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So he gets into that later, yeah.
no, I know, yeah. But it seems like there was
No, man, that's...
I'll do anything it takes. I'll destroy myself and my family.
We thought
for
it
this.
was say your purse, take your vitamins. It wasn't. It was slap your patches on, yell the
Yeah.
N-word.
And then I'll do anything that it takes to be the most famous wrestler, and that's what it took to
Yeah.
become the most
And
famous.
that I
And
don't-
no one else will ever beat it.
That I don't
Yeah.
even think that was the end for him. Like, I think that he survived the first wave. He survived the wrestling fame and was fine. He's a little beat up and, dabbled with the pills and everything, and I'm sure steroid use because
Sure.
that's what they did. But it was that show, and he got the second wave.
Yeah.
And I don't
He's
think
had,
he could survive the second
the
wave.
final wave was TNA, and it was because he literally just got divorced and she took all his money, and so he needed to go and make more
Yeah.
money, and so he was literally that. They talk about that in the
Oh,
in the
Tom and I are going to
documentary
do that
where
with
they're
radio. We'll be back.
where they're like,
100%. We'll be up there signing contracts and 10 cops on. Oh, God.
if he
I can see it.
if he took any bump, I mean, like, he'd have to go get surgery, and so he was taking bumps, like, getting thrown on his back, and he'd have to go get a 16th back surgery, and
Yeah.
it's like he
also,
was losing sight of like who he even was in the whole thing.
Yeah.
and just as a human to be that big, to be nearly 300 pounds, or like when he was doing roids, he was like he was like 305,
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, man.
Like, that's a giant.
That's a giant man.
Like, that's.
But that's what made it fun to see him playing a tiny bass guitar.
Yeah, right.
Because he was a bass
He was a
player and a
bassist
musician.
beforehand,
Yeah, that's what made he was an anomaly.
But like, they even talk about how bad of a wrestler he was.
Yeah, very stiff.
He's like 4 moves.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's got 4 moves.
Yeah,
He was just, his character was larger than life.
Yeah.
His character, the way he, and it was all positive and it's everything. And it's like, of course, these days we see, people behind the curtain, you taking a peek and being like, oh, you're not that great of a person after all.
And he was just,
well, sometimes you have no business. Like, I don't think we should have been behind the curtain.
I don't know.
You leave it where it is.
Well, like WWE's Unreal now, like the doc going on there. Everybody's like, I don't want everybody to see the behind the scenes. It's like, but
we
it's
see
selling.
everything now,
It's
right?
selling.
Yeah, it is selling. You're right.
Might as well.
And we were talking about this with Michael Jackson, where it was also a time where, like in the 80s, where like television was popping up around the world, American culture was bigger than ever, and then like mixed with all that, like it became this worldwide phenomenon. Also, where you couldn't deep dive into Hulk Hogan, so he was the character. So no one even like
Right,
so he's just
that's what I mean. You're not seeing
real
any
American.
Of the,
the real American.
The flaws were always there.
Yeah, man.
Character that no one could see, so it was just like the perfect storm of being the biggest and most famous, and that's what I'm fascinated about. It doesn't even matter who he really was to me.
right.
It's like
He's-
the story of a human and his life.
It's
and
like
his
He was
over
huge.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Crazy.
everybody loved Hogan in the '90s, and it was kind of one of those things where, like, for me as a wrestling fan growing up, I was like, I just want to be able to like somebody else because everybody likes Hogan.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
So I got into Warrior. I was
Yeah.
an Ultimate Warrior fan because I was like, I want to be a fan of somebody else. Everybody else is already a Hogan fan, but he was larger than life to the point where he's in your living room. Everybody knows him. You
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
stuffed. You have the stuffed figure of him. You have
Yeah.
the LJN rubber guy. I had it all. And he was that big.
And there's also the element of Hulk Hogan seemed like the type of guy that didn't have any, I guess, and this is kind of unfair to say, but like integrity, where it's like hey, he would sign his name, like whatever merchandise deal,
Real
hold-
American beer, brother.
hold this American flag. Like there was no selling out to him. It was just like,
Selfish.
whatever
Yeah.
whatever merchandise deal to make me the most popular.
Well,
whatever,
that just makes me
sign off
think
everything.
he's just trash. Like, 'cause that's what trash people do. They're like, "Hey, man, I won the lottery. I'm buying me a Lambo." Like, that's just some things are always going to be tried and true.
But that's
just going to always happen.
But that's the element
You know?
of like if like someone
Like
took-
John Cena is different. You do get a different vibe from that guy.
It-
You do
If
because
so-
he's genuine.
Yeah.
he tries to be genuine across.
Got
the
that video from the Comic Con
the
here in
board.
Orlando.
Well,
yeah, man.
It always floats up on my reels. I see it. I start
MegaCon.
crying.
Yeah, man.
Well, Jordan, it'd be the equivalent of like some record label or whatever being like, "Hey, can you put on an American flag hat and your
yeah.
lyrics?"
You have to compromise some of your beliefs here, buddy.
Yeah, and then
and that's happening.
and then you're-
sometimes that's
It is.
happening.
Yeah, because
you
it's
know?
like
country music, man, is controlled.
Well, it's a weird message with anybody in the entertainment business. It's like, all right, you're an artist. You want to entertain. All right, you check that box, right? And then it's like, well, how do I make a living doing this? And they're like,
That's the tricky part.
you could be yourself. There's one way,
And that might work out.
or find
It could. I wouldn't even say might. It could.
Yeah.
Or might is a little too positive, I feel like.
Or you can start leaning towards any of these avenues that get you more attention,
Yeah.
or like start selling yourself this or the, it's like, and you got to do a certain amount of it
Yeah.
to make a living, and then just how much are you willing to do,
Well,
and then
that's-
it's like how far
man,
are you willing to
That's
go?
the whole thing. Is I just had a buddy from college say recently, like, "Hey, you got a hell of a voice, man. I would love to see you go in the avenue of Luke Combs or Chris Stapleton, or like sing this way because you're going to make more money and you're going to get on more tours." And it's like, thank you for telling me this. Like, I appreciate you saying that. Sure, that I have a good voice. I'll take that as a compliment. However, I'm never going to change who I am. Like, I've gotten as far as I have so far, and
Yeah.
it's not very far, but it's far for me. And I just won't. The whole thing about being an artist and being a singer-songwriter is being able to believe in what you're doing, what you're putting out. The words that you're saying to a crowd, or the lyrics that you're saying into a song, you better believe them, man. You need to give it everything you got. And so that's going back to Hogan. It's like that dude was putting on a portrayal,
Sure.
a character.
Yeah.
My character is me. So
Yeah,
if I'm going on stage, I'm literally being like, "Hey, I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you, everybody."
Yeah. But
you
if you-
probably haven't heard me before, so.
But if you wanted to be a rich Jordan, you'd be Jordan Boulder
And that's
first.
what-
then
yeah,
you'd be
Jordan Boulder.
You'd be Hulk Foley, and then you'd be
Better say your prayers, brother. Here's my next song.
and then you'd be
Yeah. Hulk Foley.
real American Foley. That's who I would do. And then you'll be rich.
I am a real Jordan Foley.
There it is.
Foley hat.
Yeah. Hooked him up with some merch.
Yeah,
I need
Got
some more
them
red,
some
white, and
hats.
blue in that hat.
Hats and shirts. Yeah.
Make it red and yellow, brother.
Can people
all right.
buy these on the website?
No, I don't have I don't have a merch store. I try to keep it real, just in
So you
person.
have to see Jordan.
You have to see me to get a shirt or
and we have just
a hat.
enough time for a song.
Yeah, man, let's do it. So I got, like I said, I got songs that I'm working on in the studio, and they're only available on Bandcamp right now. So I'll play one of those.
Cool. All right, we'll get you got everything you need there, buddy?
Yeah, I think so. I want to get.
Give you a little reverb too, so we sound like
Oh,
a real
sounds so
radio
pretty.
station.
Let me just get tuned up.
And again, this will be a perfect time to plug here. Jordan Foley. I'm on his Bandcamp right now. I'll put this up for everybody to see it. jordanfoley.bandcamp.com.
Yes, and I do have other music. I have music on the social media or on the streaming platforms and whatnot. But these are the songs that I'm trying to push and only put them on Bandcamp for now until
Yeah.
I can get them professionally.
Get that Demo Stack
Yeah.
Volume 1. It's $5. It's a digital download, super easy. If you don't have a Bandcamp account, you probably should have already had one because
Yeah.
there's a lot of great music, and it is it's becoming like the front door for independent artists because it goes directly to you guys, right?
They do take a little tax, but they have Bandcamp Friday where they take no tax. Every few months or so, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to find a place where I could share the music where it's not streaming. You know, that you can get them personally.
Yeah, well, I learned that the hard way with Charlie Crockett's Clovis album.
Yeah, man, we talked about that.
Yeah, which has now been taken off of streaming because he's fighting with Island Records, I'm guessing. So we'll find out what happens with that some other
I'm
time.
interested to see how that turns out.
All right.
Am I coming in through the...
Yeah, you sound good, man.
Cool. Well, this song is a new one called Wandering On. I've been running far too long, left my home to catch a song, haunting every dive bar and pool hall. But I was something way back when cigarettes could be a friend, and no one ever gave any damn. And now I'm lost in a world I do not know, against the wall in the midnight glow. I get weak in the knees because my heart can't beat and sink and the wounds won't bleed. But I don't need anything. Oh, I'm an old man who's too far gone, so I just keep on wandering on. I'm slowly running out of time, sitting beneath the neon sign, nursing my beer till daylight. But I was something even when y'all forgot my name, and then whiskey became my only friend. And now I'm lost in a world I do not know, against the wall in the midnight glow. I get weak in the knees because my heart can't beat and sink and the wounds won't bleed. But I don't need anything. I'm just an old man who's too far gone, so I just keep on wandering on. I get weak in the knees because my heart can't beat and sink and the wounds won't bleed. But I don't need anything. I'm just an old man who's too far gone, so I just keep on wandering on. I've been running far too long, left my home to catch a song, haunting every dive bar and pool hall.
Yeah. All right, man. Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
That
Thanks,
was
guys.
incredible.
Thank you so much.
Chat room, of course,
Liking it?
yeah, they loved it, but of course they all were like, "Hey, somebody quick, call Dan's phone. Call Dan's cell phone and screw it up. Ruin it." You
Call
mother.
Dan.
There are a
Man,
bunch of terrible
call him.
people in there just
Yeah,
trying to
man.
ruin our show.
You know, I missed a
That was
perfect.
fantastic.
Thank you.
I missed a perfect opportunity to text you before you got in here and say, "Hey, Daniel's going to apologize," and tell him that you ruined the whole night.
Yeah, man, we got beef. That's why I really wanted to come on the show.
that
to tell
was-
you, what the hell, man? What's wrong with you?
In fact, you ruined my marriage.
That
started and you ruined
it was right after you did some heartfelt thing, and we've only been married 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and something.
man.
My God.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we wrote a song together that's going to be on the new record that I'm very excited
That's
about.
very,
So,
very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Again, get the demo stack,
Get demo stack.
jordanfoley.bandcamp.com.
That's right.
It's only $5. Help out a friend of ours.
Yeah, and it's gone Saturday, so get
There
them
you go.
now, and then you get to have them as files on your laptop,
Yeah.
phone, wherever.
Man, I'm a file guy now.
Yeah.
I'm no longer a stream guy because
go.
I've been burned. So, so grab them files.
my Bluetooth isn't working in my Jeep, so I've just been listening to a lot of CDs when I'm on the road.
there you go.
I save a lot of files on my phone and have no idea where they go. And then I'm like, I don't know how this works. All right. Jordan, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for having me,
appreciate
guys.
you,
I
buddy.
appreciate you as always.
Always
means
fun.
the world. Thank you for having me.
You got it, man.
We will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over. You could be in the chat room just like our friend Melissa's in there. And Ennis, he's in there. And Robert.
If you want to advertise with Tom and Dan, we got a lot of options, and I'll make a deal with you personally. You could email me, tom@tomanddan.com, and, let's make a deal.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
You
let's
know,
make a deal.
This is not, we're a small business. Like, what do you do? What are
Yeah.
you selling?
Are you a small business?
Does it make sense? If it makes sense, we'll do some business. We'll help your business. You'll help our business.
Yeah, we can have my people talk to your people.
Yeah.
We can do this every day.
I'll send you some options. You'll take the second one. I know it.
Yeah.
Because
because I'm the grandmaster. I am. I'm
you
the
always
grand
take the second
manipulator.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone always takes the second one.
I'll beef it up with some commercials. I'll play in the overnights.
The first one, because everyone knows the first one's for suckers. The third one's for rich guys. The middle, that's pretty good.
Anyway.
Cadillac Pat is here. I have
Yep.
a new theme song for him.
Yes, how we doing? Go ahead.
Let the theme song commence.
He's so 90s it hurts. He has treasures all around the bar where he works. Parachute pants and a neon pink shirt. Pat is so 90s it hurts. It's Cadillac Pat, the 90s hoarder muscle man. It's Cadillac Pat, the 90s hoarder muscle man. It's Cadillac Pat, the 90s hoarder muscle man. It's Cadillac Pat, the 90s hoarder muscle man.
All right. Cadillac Pat's here.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Pat
it.
is here.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
That does accurately describe you.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
90s hoarder muscle man. That's exactly what I wrote down. I was like, because the best songs are the ones that just are true.
Yes, yes.
Right, that speak.
And
to you,
parachute
right?
pants. I got a bunch of parachute pants. I'm wearing some parachute shorts right now.
This is how Adele writes a lot of her music when she writes. You just write from your heart. I'm like 90s, hoarder, muscle, man. Boom, that's his
That's
song.
it. That's all you need.
You can't set fire to the rain. I know that.
Yeah, it's true. We've tried. We've tried. Me and Craig LaFleur, actually, just shooting it up there high.
So, Pat, how you been?
Oh, I've been great. I've been doing really good.
What do you got any plans over the summer?
Not necessarily anything that I can think of, but I just got back from the air show down in Fort Lauderdale this past weekend.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is, they have jets flying over the beach and stuff.
Yeah, and you're also wearing the same hat that any old man at the air show would wear.
Yeah,
Which
yes.
is a corduroy,
Yes.
a burgundy corduroy old man golf hat with the rope.
Yes.
It says Cadillac on it.
Yes, a buddy of mine just got his over from England for me, so it's come across the pond.
From England.
Yeah, it came across the pond. I don't know how it got over there.
That is the whitest hat.
So, I've been to an air show.
Yeah.
I went to an air show when I was a kid, and then I took my kids to the Sanford Air Show.
Oh, this is a bigger animal.
They call it's like a tradition of boredom.
Yeah,
Right?
and it was not as good as I imagined it in my head.
Yeah.
Well, they're far away, the place.
So I've always wanted to do an air show on a boat. Like that's been a dream of mine. I should have taken my boat out to.
Why don't
the
you do a
lake.
boat show from a plane? That's crazier, I feel like, right?
But so how was the air show?
It's not as good as it used to be because they have less jets. It used to be so many dang jets all over, like the whole thing. You only get
Filled
about
with jet. It used to be
4.
So your observation is, as an air show man,
Yeah,
a man that goes to air
I'm a good
connoisseur of air shows, and we have a lot of listeners that love air shows. I get a lot of email
Yeah.
about it. People suggest it all the time. Like, hey, Dan, if you're looking for something fun for Maisie,
Definitely.
take her to an air show. I've never even thought for 1 second that I would ever do that. Not even for a millisecond. But you're saying it's not like it used to. What are the differences?
I mean, it's more. Got to go to the one on the beach. Don't go to one like on a lake where they just have like all the old A-frame or
So
the
like
old.
Sanford Air Show, you would say no.
I've not been to that one, but I feel like they're not going to have as many jets because on the beach there's just more ability to go faster, and they have the Thunderbirds where they're doing all kinds of cool tricks, and it's like they're going fast.
You know what they don't do, which I feel like I've experienced when I was a kid, is when they break the sound barrier.
Yeah, yeah.
And you hear the sonic boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
and then your grandma like craps her pants.
Yeah.
Right?
And
it scares some people.
and they don't do it anymore
No.
because
Litigious society.
Yeah, the lawsuits and like
you hear
it
the
breaks
stories
windows.
about broke the windows of the house a mile away.
Yeah, but that was probably pretty fun. You come out of the military, you go to an air show, I'm going to blow their goddamn windows out, right? You're probably pretty pumped about that.
And I remember as a kid watching a jet, and then when it came by, like comes by silent.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's like, "Goo-goo!"
Yeah,
And
Doppler.
You're like, oh wait, like that's when you realize science exists.
Yeah, that's when you're like, oh my God, I'm a man of science now. Yeah.
When you see the jet fly by silently, and you're like, what the? And then it's "Goo-goo!" and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And they don't
It's
do
like
that.
when your
So-
physics teacher lights hydrogen for the first time and you see how big the fireball is and you're like, you're a god.
Physics. There was no physics in Broward County, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep, hat checks out.
So pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely really good. It's not. It ends at like 3:00 shows. You get there like noon and ends at 3. It's really
Can you
not that-
drag your girlfriend?
No,
out?
she had to work. She wanted to go, but we had no choice. But she had to work. Somebody else. It was Mother's Day, so the people
Right.
request off. So
you went by yourself?
Well, my buddy Steve that I grew up with.
Oh, okay.
Normally we have the whole crew of friends. We have a whole compound set up on the sand. But over the last few years, it has dwindled down to just kind of me and Steve lately.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always,
Yeah.
what, most men that, Muslim men hoarders tell me that eventually it will whittle itself down to
Yeah.
just you and Steve.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, do a lot of your friends have kids? And
Yeah,
stuff?
but they used to, but the kids like it, so they bring the kids. But it's been on Mother's Day for like the last 3 years, and that's like what the
moms
big,
don't like the air
caveat.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah, they go sit in the heat in the air show.
yeah, exactly. And watching planes fly over, and it's a struggle if you got to bring the kids and the cooler and the tent and the radio and all the sunscreen and all the towels. There's a lot of, and you got to find parking.
And
It's like-
real question I'm asking here, and I understand, jets and the whole nine. What are we looking at again when we go to the air show?
Yeah,
Like, what are-
military, but okay, there's jets, but then there's always the trick, the airplane
The end,
guy,
yeah.
that has like an old the
Like a
bi-wing-
biplane.
yeah, the biplanes.
I call those an Amelia.
And the old Amelia Earhart's, and he flies up, and then he always does that move where he's like, and then
he stalls it.
and he stalls it. He comes back in, and then it does a whirl. Like
They did that with a jet. They do that with jets, though.
Yeah.
So it's actually cooler because it looks like something that should not be doing that. It's like a jet kind of does the same sort of thing.
Yeah, he's flying basically.
He's
still.
risking his life. Everybody paid like $7, and this guy's risking his life in a biplane.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And then
Wing walkers, they still do that where the lady attaches herself to the
Not as much.
edge of the plane and then she walks herself out to the edge and then she'll fly by and the plane will be sideways and she'll be standing on it sideways. It's whipping her hair and she's beautiful.
I didn't see that at the last air show. I think that because of insurance
Is
reasons.
that fake or is that did I
No,
invent that? Is
they
that a
really
thing?
do that. It just I don't think it happens as much anymore.
Yeah, insurance. People can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. And then they'll like maybe fly by an old Chinook helicopter.
I don't think you can
Oh,
say
they had
that.
the helicopter.
I had to cut that out.
They had a helicopter that could do a 180, and there's only like 5 of them in the world or something like that. They had that. They have it do. It's like
A 180? Tony Hawk could do a
backflip. A
720.
Okay, yeah, the backflip. The old,
Way more impressive.
Man, that is- you're right.
180
You're
for
right.
a helicopter. My God, I feel like a helicopter should be like all triple upside down 360.
enough air show talk.
Yeah.
Let's get to the '90s nostalgia.
Yes.
and your
All right,
hoarder stuff.
okay. First, okay, I want to show you this is one of my newest possession I got right here.
And
Hang
I've
on.
got this on camera. You can see this on our YouTube
I got
channel
it wrapped, so it's under
at Tom and Dan Live.
And I got my Tom and Dan sticker.
So
on.
you have wrapped your own this. You own this, and you wrapped it so you
Yeah.
can do a reveal on
yeah,
our show.
a reveal on the show.
Yeah, this
Okay.
makes you extra crazy.
All right, hang on, get the tape off the back.
All right. So you wrapped it in some
Yeah, like
brown paper.
it could be a human
You're gonna
child in
love
there,
it.
like a mummified child.
You're
inside.
gonna love this.
Okay, this is brand new to your collection.
Yes, ready? Oh yeah.
What is that?
It's a condom machine for the ladies' room,
All right, so
and it's got money in it. Listen,
Yeah, but
Okay.
but
I don't have
these-
the key.
but you got the most unappealing one because it says health aids at the top. I mean, it's very aggressive.
well, it's
here.
for your protection.
No,
That's
I
why.
understand, but nothing
but-
says sex like I don't want to have sex like writing AIDS on your product.
Yeah. But
Well, I got the matching men's one also. I didn't need to bring both of them, but I got the matching blue. I got men's and his and hers.
I'm glad you brought the ladies.
I figured the pink's a little more.
How much?
on brand.
Where'd you get these at? An auction?
Yeah, I
you
found
get
them.
these at the air show.
Yeah, there's a couple of other stuff going on at the air show. No, at an antique store here in town, Mount Dora.
Oh, they knew they had a sucker. They're like, oh, this guy will buy our condom.
Well, they're like,
machine.
look, if there's money in it, they're like, we don't know how much money's in there. Could be there. Could
Yes,
be
they
50
do. They
bucks.
opened it up. You don't think they opened it up?
They didn't have the key. So it's got
Come on, they know how to open these things. It's not their first
they
rodeo.
should've
They
given me
took
the
you for a
key.
ride, man.
Also, you can't charge $1 and then only accept quarters. Like I don't have four
Well, this
quarters.
is before they had the electronic one, and I tried.
there condoms
No,
in it?
I don't think so. I don't have the key to open it up, but if there was, I'm trying to
Well,
find
you
a
didn't
key.
put any money in it to see if you could get a
Yeah,
condom
that's where
out?
some of the money came from. Is from me putting it in there, but there was other money in it.
How much for the men's? And we'll mount it in our bathroom.
And it's yours. It's yours.
So there could be condoms in there.
Yeah, there could be, but I mean, I put money in and I pulled the lever and nothing came out, so I'm just assuming it's
Well,
empty.
those locks are like the little. Okay,
It's got the little circle
Our
key.
buddy keyed up BD and Brian.
Yeah.
like those locks are the ones that he changes all day. I bet the guy could change that in his sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm
could
sure.
come
I'm
in
sure.
here- yeah.
I could pop it up on myself with a flathead screwdriver. I bet. You know what I mean? If I needed to.
100%. And those keys can't be that different because there's, you know what I mean? Like you ever been to? You go to your box.
Yeah, and mine mine works on a couple other ones.
It
and I
sounds
don't-
universal.
They
yeah.
all work.
Yeah. What year do you think this?
I tried to find out, and I couldn't. It doesn't have a year on it. I mean, this screams 80s and 90s. This screams like 1992 on the nose to
I
me.
think it's very 90s. Yeah.
That's what that's
It's
what
also got a little bit.
and it's good. It's in pretty good condition for being in a private, like a bathroom where there's no camera.
Yeah.
Or,
I do like in the
The artsy depiction of humans drawn on it is
Yeah.
very 80s.
oh
to me.
yeah, that you're right. It
Yeah,
looks
It's a
like
very Dave Matthews Band logo where like
Yeah.
it's a human doing yoga over a fire.
It reminds me of some like a leggings you'd get at Winn-Dixie and like an egg for
so
a
Pat,
woman.
show the camera closer because I'm interested in the actual art. The figure to the left is obviously a woman because she has boobs.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the figure to the right is a man, and he's showing his butt.
But he's
Which
also
checks
doing,
out-
he's also doing the Hogan. He's
yeah.
doing a little bit
But-
of eat your take your vitamins, brother.
Yeah, but it's also like this.
Well, they're showing they're having a good time. They're dancing. You know, they're having a good time before they
it's
fornicate.
before they. Yes, this
Well-
is the dance before the hula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they also the condom makers are like this is for dudes' butts too.
okay, yeah.
It's the
What, the
90s.
woman goes in there and discreetly buys one for the man because he doesn't want to get one in the men's room himself?
I you know,
It's the same logo on each.
I don't remember.
they probably had this in the men's room too. Usually,
Well, he has that one. He has the blue one.
Yeah, I got a photo of it in my
Yeah,
phone.
that's the one we're
okay.
going to put in our bathroom.
Where's it at?
You know what? I haven't seen. First of all, I'd never used a condom dispenser. Have you guys?
I don't even remember them being around. Dispensing condoms.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
only bought a condom out of a condom dispenser as a joke.
Yeah, maybe a glow in the dark
A
one.
glow in the dark
Yeah,
condom.
you're right,
That
you're
was
right.
what you would buy. If you saw one, you'd be, glow in the dark condoms. You'd go get money. You'd buy one. You'd give it to somebody.
And it would be like
everybody would laugh.
and it would be squished like sideways. It wouldn't be round. It was like in a tinier little like plastic holder. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
It wasn't round. It was like squished sideways, so you could put more in the thing.
Yeah, Durex. One
Yeah.
of the brands they weren't round.
That
They
was
would-
Durex.
They wouldn't leave it open. They'd slide them sideways.
Yeah.
Okay,
It almost
yeah.
looked like a little cartoon mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always thought to myself, I was like, I hope that thing isn't shaped like that because that's going to be difficult. But it doesn't. It pops into shape.
Glow in the dark or flavored ones. Or you ever see like they got this, but it's cologne spray. They have them like at like the Pilot rest stops. Or no, it's at the other one. It's what's the other truck stops called?
Well, there's Loves.
Like a Bucky?
Loves.
Yeah, there's Loves.
You got to stand in
Buc-ee's.
front of it. Like you don't get a little bottle. You put your money in, and then you just stand in front of the little tube, and it sprays cologne on you. They have it right now.
Oh, you better get that one.
At Loves.
No,
you're
that's
right.
what you need to get.
Because I'm a
is the-
cologne guy.
Yeah, you need to get the cologne spraying because that would be a cool video of you get up in the morning, you get dressed full 90s, you put that Cadillac hat on, you walk
Yeah.
over 2 quarters in, psst. Right? That's awesome.
And
That's
it
a
says-
funny video. That's like a montage in like an Adam Sandler
Pee Wee
movie.
Herman's Pee Wee's Playhouse. Like
Yeah.
the beginning of Pee Wee's Big Adventure, they do that shit.
Now, so Pat, I noticed that you just acquired this. Right?
yeah.
Did you just say the S word?
No. I said no. I did not. I probably
Okay,
said it
all
right.
right. I thought he did.
No,
I
I
did
was
it.
going to let it go.
Yeah, I was too. I was like,
It
should
did
I let
sound
go?
like it, but it's not. I promise.
I was like, I'm having fun. Who cares?
That counts actually. We've talked to you about this before.
Yeah.
That you were kind of weaning yourself off of acquiring new stuff.
Yeah,
and kind
yeah.
of like getting rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
Your lady's like, hey, how about we downsize some of the stuff or put it in the corner, and then like the rest, like stop bringing it in.
Yeah.
Really. is
Well,
the
I
thing,
think-
you know.
okay,
And
I'm-
it seems like you can't stop.
I'm back, baby. That's what it is. I'm back.
I'm going to
All
go
right?
with Tom. It seems like you're with your girl and you guys are better than ever.
Yeah.
And then you said to us, like, I'm going to have to make some changes. And since you declared to us you were going to make some changes,
Yeah.
you've been on a spree.
Well, that's what happens. You just
You're
say
on a
something.
bender. I feel like you're on a bit of
I'm
a
back.
bender.
I put my foot down. I said, I want to buy some stuff for the house, and I'm putting my foot down.
I'm going to buy some trashy condom dispensers.
Yeah.
Let's edit that out so she doesn't hear that.
Yeah.
You're going to be putting your foot down in an empty house soon. It's just going to be you again. You see what I'm saying?
You and a couple condom dispensers, a Ninja Turtle, a Ninja Turtle chair.
Yeah. Foot down in a lonely house is what this is going to be called. So I'm worried about you because it is
I
kind
am
of
too.
it's like a buddy.
I am too. You're going to air shows with Steve.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's not what a man who wants to please. That does not sound 50-50 to me.
Yeah.
She's working on Mother's Day. You're out with Steve
When I come
buying
back,
condom machines.
my house is empty. All her stuff is gone again. That's what she's planning.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it happening.
So-
we want to protect you. We love you. We love
all
her
right.
because
So
you love
is
her,
this-
right? So
Oh, yeah.
we want
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep y'all together.
Is this am I watching my alcoholic buddy,
Great
Fall off the
question.
wagon.
Yeah. Do we need to have a talk?
Yeah, he's at the
Is
ale.
this the talk? Are
This
we
is
having
the
a talk?
intervention. This is the intervention.
I'm like,
I mean,
dude,
maybe.
you went to lunch at the ale house 5 times this week. Like, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're drinking again.
Yeah, it wasn't all clients. 2 of those you were alone.
You're buying condom machines. It's not even that 90s, really. It's old trash.
It's a trash addiction.
Like if you found the original Saved by the Bell table, like I can understand
yeah.
it can't be passed up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're not
Spuds McKenzie's dog bed. I'll give you that.
Yeah. You're like, you can't pass that
This
up.
is a stretch here.
But this is a little bit of a stretch. You're just buying stuff that was made in the 90s. It doesn't even really
Old trash.
And then you scream 90s.
Yeah. Like if you showed me this, I'm like, oh, condom machine. Like I can see, kind of looks like 90s art, and this is like a kind of a 90s thing, but really it's a stretch.
It might
Pat.
actually be older, dude. It does actually kind of look 80s.
Yeah, now you think about it. Yeah.
It's very 80s on the top, very serious. And remember, AIDS was very serious in the 80s.
Yeah. You died. It was a death sentence.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely was. But this is one of the more interesting things that you've brought. I'm surprised. What were her thoughts when you brought it in?
She gave me mixed thoughts.
Yeah, I
mixed
bet.
opinion.
Yeah.
But she was on board. She was okay with it because it's going to go next to the claw machine and the Miss Pac-Man. This goes in the garage next to the claw machine because the claw machine got ousted to the garage.
Okay, so this goes into what we're calling the special
special place. Yeah.
This goes into the archives.
Okay. Yeah.
The special
It
archives.
doesn't quite go in the attic or anything yet. It's
So
just-
these haven't been
Down-
kicked out of the house
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But they have been
It's
banished.
undercover.
They have been banished to an area where people that come over can't see it.
right away unless I show them, unless I go in to show them because I got to take you into the garage.
Right.
Yeah. But,
okay.
but soon there's so much stuff in there that you can't even see what's in the middle.
Well, that's her plan, right? Because the stuff that spills out, that just because trash at a garage is garage stuff. Trash that slides out of the garage as soon as it hits the threshold, it goes outside the door. It's trash.
And I am really good about that. If I put something in the garage, it's easier for me to separate myself with it. Like I've had a couple little things that I don't want to get rid of, but if I put it in the garage, my mind, like a month later, I'm like, let's just toss it out, So that is the truth for that for sure.
My sons yesterday, after we picked them up for school, we were going to Tommy's band practice.
We want a condom machine. They're like, oh my God. Have you been talking to Pat online?
They were like, they heard Max and Tommy talking. They're like, 11 people died already. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, we're talking about the new virus that's out. Because apparently
really?
everybody in all their friends are talking about it, right? And they're like, and they didn't even remember. They're like, it's after the H or whatever. I'm like, the haunted virus. So then
haunted virus,
and then
start calling it the haunted virus.
And so then I started telling them some misinformation that I just saw on the internet, where I'm like, it's not as spreadable as the coronavirus. So you don't have to worry about it.
No big deal. Don't even think about wearing a mask. I'll slap it off your face.
Then they were like, well, what's the most dangerous virus, right? And so I was thrown off by that.
You're gonna make something up.
Well, I didn't know. So then the only thing I could think of was AIDS.
Sure,
so
that's a good one. You know what? I feel like Shelby AIDS. Let's see.
Hold
on. Did you look this up?
No, but then I was like, but now they have medication. You can live with the AIDS virus. Like you could survive.
You could pass a test, I think.
Yeah,
too.
it doesn't even come up as you have the AIDS virus. So we had that medication so good.
Descovy for PrEP. I see the commercial all the time.
So then I'm like, I don't think that's the most dangerous virus anymore. And then I couldn't even think of it. No, that's how dumb I am. And then that was it. And then I was like, I don't know.
You're out. After
it used to be AIDS.
Yeah,
that was all I had.
I mean, it does. If I ask Claude to give me a top 10.
What's the most dangerous virus?
Most dangerous, and it used quotes because, what does that mean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The highest death rate,
But rabies is number one because if untreated, it's 100% like you will die.
Yeah, but there's to easily treat rabies.
But if you don't treat it, I guess just 100%.
Number two would be Marburg. I don't even know what that is. Ebola is 3, and then HIV is AIDS is 4.
All right.
What about like the bird flu? Is that considered? Is that a flu? Is that not a virus?
Flus are number 6.
Yeah,
H1N1, Spanish flu, stuff like that. Yep.
What about the Spanish fly?
And number 10, your boys are on the list. Hantavirus.
Number 10,
number 10. Tell them they're on the list. Haunted virus.
Top 10. I don't even look after the 10th draft pick.
Number 10.
This will make you feel better, and you can tell them this. This is from Claude. Hantavirus, 38% fatality rate.
All right. Pretty good odds.
Pretty good odds. Not bad. Not bad.
Although, like, Corona is like 1%.
What about like an amoeba?
About that.
What's an amoeba?
A brain-eating amoeba?
Yeah, and you get those in lakes and stuff, too.
Yeah. Every time my sons are in a lake, it does, like, I hate irrational fear. I'm like, because they'll, like, be on a rope swing on the St. John's River, and the water is boiling hot.
Well, you can see the amoebas. They're as big as pigs.
I'm not joking.
Seriously, the amoebas, luckily, they're so big they can't go in your ear, but they're huge. You can ride the amoebas in the St. John's River.
The water is unnatural.
They look like a sea cow.
Like, it is as hot as a hot tub. Like, I get up, like, ooh. Like, I was like, God damn. It's like, it is, it makes you want to do it when you get out.
Yeah, it does. It does. You got to get out.
You got to get out to cool down.
And I'm like, oh, man, don't put your nose in this thing. It's hot in here.
It's like swimming in a pot of stew.
They're falling down with face first and everything, and I think of amoebas. I'm like, oh, I hope it no
Now,
amoebas.
do you do
And then, like, 24 hours later, I'll be like, I think we're in the clear.
Do you do what my mom did? Whenever we went to the river and I swam in the river, my mom would have like a little, like, orange liquid eyedropper that the doctor had given her or something. Like
iodine?
Clear orange.
Yeah, that's iodine.
No. It was a clear, it was the plastic orange little bottle.
Yeah.
And inside it was a liquid. It was an eyedropper. And she would mix like alcohol with like something else, like peroxide and alcohol or alcohol and the vinegar. I think it was alcohol and vinegar.
Okay.
Like, this is some hillbilly-esque. This is some garbage she made up.
And then drop
this
it in.
This is Virginia trash stuff. And then my dad, Dad Lee, get in here. You know we went water skiing all day. Turn up. And my mom would come in, and I dropped the liquid in the vinegar in my ears, and you'd have to hold it. And then you dump it out, and I do the other side, and that's to keep the goddamn amoebas out your ear. I don't know if that's true.
They get in through your nose, not your ears.
Yeah, my dad didn't know that. My dad didn't know nothing.
I heard
my dad nothing.
the old D-hole. I heard that one is not true. That cannot go through
the
there.
spiky fish?
Yeah.
That, unfortunately, is not true.
No, it's not.
No, I want it to be true.
Yeah, I do too, for my enemies.
All right, Pat, what else do we got here?
We were talking about...
you sweating a lot? You on? Are you on steroids now?
No, heck no, never. Never.
This guy's holding out your eyes.
Don't say never. Come on.
Never in my life.
We gotta get on that gear. When you get on the gear,
never. I mean, I hope I don't have to.
Me and Tom are on the gear. We're getting yoked up. No, I don't.
The test or the trend. What's the new one?
When you get old enough, like, get on the
Yeah,
tee.
you got to get on the tee.
Yeah, you gotta get on. That's not the same
yet.
thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I thought you were on the,
Oh, the Winstrol
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the real.
No,
stuff.
never. Never doing it.
That stuff is good. You'll get you'll be
Poofy.
big. You don't have to do much.
No,
You
he
do
just
like
poofs
one.
you. Yeah, do one
set.
setup.
Yeah. It's just one
That's
full,
it. You're good.
One full body set, and that was Winstrol. Boom. It is awesome.
What? Okay, he's wearing Publix shoes.
My Publix flip flops. Yeah, I'm going to Publix. I like to wear them when I go into Publix because I feel cool. I walk around. I make sure I walk like real over the top.
You walk goose step around.
Yeah.
Don't goose step in Publix. Although a lot of people do goose step in Publix, they do. I have a pair of 7-Eleven brand Crocs, and I too goose step in 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you let them know.
I want the ladies to know that I'm
Yes.
They don't want. They hate.
No, they know. They like
hate
it.
the
They're like,
company.
oh,
they
you
work
got your 7-Elevens on, baby. And
I go
I'm
in,
like, yes, I
when
do.
I wear my McDonald's backpack, my Ronald McDonald's backpack, I've gone into McDonald's wearing it, and I'm king of the castle in there with that thing on. All the managers, everybody comes out to see it. They're taking photos of it.
Let me get a picture of
Yeah,
you
exactly.
in your backpack,
Yeah,
baby.
exactly. I went to Hollywood Studios 2 weeks ago wearing that backpack. It's a little much. I get stopped every 5
Wait, so
seconds.
you're saying that a McDonald's backpack has made you the most popular man in Orlando?
All right.
Bingo, bingo, bongo. I'll take that. Yeah.
All right.
So I know I throw out like absolutes too much, and it's never.
We
an
all have our
absolute.
crosses to bear, man.
But what is the percentage of people that work for mega corporations like retail, these 7-Eleven, Publix, all just mega corporations that actually like the corporation they work for?
Oh,
because I thought it would be under 20%, like more than 80% of people dislike the mega corporation they work for.
Yeah.
For one reason or the other. Usually it's because they feel like they're being underpaid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe it's more. Maybe it's a 50-50.
Everybody that I've ever talked to that's worked for Publix does not like their job.
Well, yeah, I assume that's everybody that works for
if you
any
work,
corporation.
You work for the mouse. People love working for Disney. 'Cause I think maybe because you get the perk of the free parks, and that's perceived value for people.
Yeah,
they love
I think
people.
they're just obsessed with Disney.
That's a big giant company. So I feel like they like it.
But
the numbers break down. According to Gallup polls, only about 23% of employees worldwide are, quote, engaged at work.
Okay,
So the highest you're going to get for like loving the corporation would be about 35%.
Of the people that work for
Correct.
Yeah,
that makes
I
sense.
like it.
That's the best you will ever do. Now, you do have different companies that offset that average, right? Like, there's always companies that are listed and people go like, oh, man, this is the best place I've ever worked, right? There will forever
Like,
be a list of those type of places.
People that work for Amazon in the warehouses,
But there's
they're not loyal to Amazon.
No, my God.
They
And
hate-
the toilet
they hate
paper
it.
guy, we know what he did.
Well,
he burned it all down.
Because the whole point of a corporation is to get the pay your employees as little as possible
Correct.
and get them to do the most amount of work
Yeah,
possible. Like
yeah.
the corporation wants to make the most amount of money. That's
Right.
the corporation's
Like if they
job.
gave them free Amazon Prime, I bet you they'd say they like it more. Like when you get free Disney access when you work for Disney, that makes it offsets the pay because it's like really kind of free.
Well, they
and when you
don't
go
even-
in there, you spend money too.
They don't even give that perk anymore. Like the employees of Disney don't even get free access.
Oh, you have to work there for a couple of years or something. Then maybe.
Something like
Wow,
that. But I
wow.
think they took that privilege away.
God, because we just went and it was so crowded. And I was like, "Hey, how's your day going?" They're like, "Man, it's so slow today." I was like, "What? This is slow?"
Yeah,
the place
people
is
are saying
chaos.
you may be wrong on that.
I may be wrong.
That's good. That's good. You know what? That's a start.
But I thought we
But
talked.
never give in. Never say you are wrong. Just say, you know what? I may be wrong.
I thought we talked to Joey on the show about like the perks of working for Disney.
Well, I just had an
less-
employee get me in a Monday, so
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
the only
would-
way to
you know
go.
what?
Yeah.
There may be higher restrictions, but you know they're probably always going to. It's why not? Why wouldn't they? Do
I know.
that? It's free.
The longer you work there, the more people you can get in, and like
Correct.
less blackout dates. I know that.
Yeah, it may be grandfather, maybe new employee. Like,
Yeah, Brian's in there. He's like, yeah, I just took Dan. They allow us.
Maybe
to have
it's
people.
are
less-
brand new employees still like? Is
Maybe
that,
you got to put like a 90-day trial period before they really. Because I guess you could get the job just to get free access for the first week and say I quit. I bet you got to wait a little bit,
Yeah, there's probably
30
some,
days or a month, or something.
Yeah, some
Because you could just try to get the job. I mean, I guess it'd
I
be a
mean,
lot
it's got to be something, or he's wrong.
yeah.
Daniel said it.
Yeah, come on, guys. Jesus Christ.
I'm like such the opposite
What
of
are we
German.
trying to do here?
I like going there because I like to mess with my friends and I'm messing with other people in there because I'm like the I don't care about germs. Like I'll eat food off the floor and whatnot because I work in a restaurant. But I like to go in there and I'm purposely looking for food on the floor outdoors in Walt Disney property to pick up and eat in front of people. Like there's always like
Okay, this is the worst thing you've ever
There's
said,
always
right?
like
Can you agree? I think we both can agree.
there's always handfuls
You've
of
shared
popcorn.
a lot of stuff on this show, but that should not have been said
There's
on our show.
handful of popcorn and stuff always on the ground, and I'll walk by and I'll just go ooh, and I'll pick it up and eat it right in front of people just to get a reaction. Oh my god, it kills.
So you eat food off
Yeah,
the
yeah,
floor.
yeah, yeah. I
out
had
of
a
theme
cr-
park.
I ate
No,
some
he
crackers.
actively looks for food
Yeah.
on the floor at Disney parks to eat in front of people.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're like, whoa.
Yeah. I did it 3 times.
That makes you one step lower than a murderer.
In front of- also, we were with
They
like
let a
5
homeless
people.
person in there.
We were in line for one of the Star Wars rides, and this might be the grossest thing I've ever done. Like there's like fake facade rock. while
Hold
you're
on,
waiting.
are you Seth? Like, what is happening here? I didn't know this was in you.
There's like a rock that sticks out on the wall. You can see it's kind of discolored from years of people touching it with their hands like oils. And I turn to my friends and I go, "Hey, look at this!" And I just licked the rock right in front of everybody, and the other people saw it
You
too.
licked the Pirates of the Caribbean hand rock? Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, is it to show that you don't care about?
Yeah,
germs?
kind of. I like to make people smile, so it's like funny to make people.
What does your
gross.
girlfriend think?
I made sure she wasn't looking, but then she found out. She was not happy.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you do that and you bought an old condom machine is crazy.
On paper, you're our craziest guest. You're one of our nicest, and I know who you are, and I will actually go places with them. Like, I'll go to games with them. I'll go eat with them.
Yeah.
I'll go, we've been to the same sushi restaurant. We go to a Magic game together. I honestly consider you a friend.
Thank you.
But I swear to God, on paper, I think people would be like, what? This guy's nuts.
Yeah, I let Pat do magic to my sons on a cruise one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I let Pat do magic to my sons at a cruise. What the hell does that mean?
That means he lets me close enough to his kids. He likes me.
Yeah. I bet they love Pat.
But I brought something else, kind of like something gross too. But you guys have got to promise you're going to try it.
Oh God! Well, after the last story,
But
I
you-
can't promise.
Speaking of Virginia hillbilly stuff, you said you might have even heard of this first. But I brought something else. I look what else I got a hold of. Old 90s wax cups.
Old trash.
Wax cups.
He's holding trash, and he goes, "Look what I got a hold of. Trash.
Old trash.
But remember, you'd go like to the roller skating rink and you'd win the speed skating. You'd get like a Coke or a Pepsi for free, and this is what it would come in. This exact kind of
Yeah.
wax cup.
Yeah,
That
and
is
those,
a
and those
vintage-
people throw those away.
Yeah. No, I paid for them. I purchased them.
You bought these.
Yeah, I bought these.
Like, who was that? Was it on eBay?
It
or
was
something?
like at another antique store, and I'm walking around with a beer in my hand, like,
And they're like, "Oh, trash!"
All right, but okay, the hillbilly stuff. I saw this online for a long time, but I've been wanting to make it, and we're gonna try it. I've got pine needle soda.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'll try that.
I've
Yeah,
never-
yeah.
I've been made
Bruce
it.
makes that.
So look, it's supposed to be
Gatorman
carbonated.
makes that. The
So
guy I
you
watch
put-
on YouTube.
You put water and soda, and I just went to the side of Woodbury Road, and I found a pine tree, and I just cut off pine needles from it. I did wash it. I sprayed it down with the stuff you spray vegetables down with, so it's been clean.
Hold on, you made this?
I made
I
this.
thought you bought this at a farmer's
No,
market.
I
or
made
something.
this. I went on the side of the road and cut down pine needles.
So
and
the trick is it's water, right?
sugar and water.
Sugar and water and pine straw.
Yeah.
or
You
pine
put it in-
needles, fresh pine needles, and if you stuff it down in there, Florida people have been
You're
making
going to
this-
try it. You're going to see it. It's
Yeah, I'll
supposed to
try
be
it.
like a hillbilly Sprite. It carbonates.
They call it Hillbilly Sprite. And Gatorman Bruce, that eventually we'll get him on the show, but he was on that show, the Louisiana Swamp People show.
Okay, yeah.
Like he was one of the guys on that.
Yeah,
He's now a YouTuber, and I follow him. Me and Maisie like watching.
Maybe I
his-
saw that or something.
his videos. Well, he makes this. He's always like, y'all, here's what we're gonna do. And so you take like a mason jar, you fill it with
Yeah.
water and sugar.
Yeah.
You put the pine straw down in there, and you put the jar in it. You shake it up and get that sugar dissolved in there.
Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
leave it. And supposedly there's a chemical reaction that creates a light carbonation, and it almost is like making your own refreshing sugar beverage.
Okay, now what are the chances that you thought whatever is in there was pine needles and it's some sort of poison?
No, I washed them and cleaned them.
No. He's saying that may not be pine needles.
No, it's a pine tree. I mean, I know what pine trees look like.
All right.
Tom said, I've got it with Tom.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've got it with Bob. Like most arborists, most arborists do not buy used condom material.
yeah. And you also told me you lick the hand rock at a theme park.
Yeah, he
You know, like
licks
that,
yeah.
you know, and all the other times you told us crazy things. Like I'm put, you put enough.
Yeah, you went to an air show for Christ's sake.
Like, I know enough about plants where, like, they tell you, like, hey, yeah, this could be toxic to dogs, or if for some reason you put a bunch of it into a bottle and let it fermentate, for a long period of time, then it makes the toxins amplify.
And then you drink it on a podcast one day.
You put some sugar in there, and then it turns into some,
the last thing I see
refreshing
is-
soda.
Yeah, I fall on the ground. I have a heart attack. I look up. Last thing I see is a condom machine before my eyes close.
All right, so it's supposed to make look, we're going to listen for the pop like it's got carbonation. Let's see if it doesn't. Let's see.
Here we go.
It did nothing.
The only thing you heard was the unlocking of the bottle.
Are we drinking out of the tiny wax cups?
of course we are.
All right.
I didn't clean these either. These are brand new.
Oh my God! The ghost of 1,000 skating rings in there.
All right.
Here we
Okay,
go.
all right.
I got it. Oh, it's ice cold. Ice cold. This is supposed to be Hillbilly Sprite.
Sprite.
Pine needles in sugar water. Mine is bubbling.
All right.
Can you hear that? Mine is bubbling.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going to try it. Ready? Let's go.
All right. I get it is sweet.
I'm not into that.
I don't taste any pine needles.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it too.
It kind of tastes like condoms. Like, are you sure you mixed it? I think you mixed it
And I
up.
tasted plenty of those.
I think you put the pine needles in the condom machine.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't let it sit long enough. It's 3 to 5 days, and we're at like day 3 right now.
Okay, yeah. It was
You
really
needed 2
just
more days on that.
sugar water.
Yeah.
Which
Kinda gross.
Which does
Yeah, the
taste-
aftertaste is kind of
Yeah, the aftertaste is kinda gross.
off-putting. Yeah.
like it kind of is like if you never put the pine needles, it would be the same.
yeah, just watery.
Yeah, Sprite does taste like sugar water because that's what it is.
Did we do something wrong? Somebody in the chat room saying we needed to leave it like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Look online, look it up. I read 3 to 5 days. Anything longer can make it like over ferment or something.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, that's it. It's something that's unnecessary. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to try it.
How did they figure this out?
Yeah, somebody's really, really broke, man.
Like, well, what do the pine needles even do?
I guess like anything else, it ferments into some sort of carbonation. Maybe if you let it sit longer, it would turn into some sort of maybe it's some jailhouse wine stuff kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Like they actually will ferment into alcohol?
Eventually, maybe, but maybe because you need like
the sugars.
The
really
sugar-
is the sugar that turns into alcohol.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of Native Americans use this because pine needles are high in vitamin C, vitamin A. They call it a pleasant, slightly citrusy, woodsy flavor. I get that, but I don't like the flavor. The aftertaste is gross.
we're also too used to Diet Mountain Dew. That's the the king.
I do like Diet Mountain Dew.
It's not terrible. I could see even a pinch if you had really wanted some sweet sort of soda. I'm getting a touch of carbonation off of it.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. I get what
Yeah,
we're
I get it.
doing.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Hey,
Don't need to do it
not for
again.
me.
Don't need to get it again.
someone probably sells this online, right? Where it's like
I bet.
Florida pine
I
needles.
bet.
carbonated.
I feel sorry for
beverage.
that person, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean it'd be a cheap way. To,
I mean, if girls can sell farts in a jar, we can sell pine needle soda.
I think those have more benefit. Because there's somebody, right? You're like, oh, there's a fart in this jar. I'm getting a boner. Like that. I don't get a boner for this.
Not yet. That's why you got to drink a little more. Here, you got to take a little more of it. All right.
Yeah. What did you put in it?
So, Pat, what's your next adventure coming up?
Cruise. I got to book a cruise.
Oh, get another
because I got a
cruise.
free one on my credit card. I got enough points for a free one, and I'm going to lose some points if I don't book it.
Everyone knows that free cruises are the best cruises.
Now, I don't want to announce anything yet, but we're working on something.
Oh yeah,
we are.
And it's but it's no guarantee, and
No.
I'm going to feel bad.
Well, life
if
there's
I-
no guarantee.
if I have to be like that's not happening now,
Yeah.
because we need a certain amount of things to happen
Yeah.
to make these cruises happen. So, but we're talking.
All right.
And
There's a loose plan.
yeah.
All right.
It'll be 2027 though. But you want to go on a cruise
Oh yeah.
before that?
But I'll be going that one too. If there's anything I can do to help facilitate this, you
Okay.
let me know.
All right. We might need you.
I can definitely help.
So now it's probably the cheapest time to buy a cruise because of all the Hanta, and then of course
There's another one, like a Nor.
but the Norwal, that's been happening.
Yeah,
for,
on cruise ship, the norovirus. You get that on cruises all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you just get diarrhea. I get that every time. I call that I got a case of the parties.
How, you feel like you're crappy, you have diarrhea? Well, this is what.
What do you think could happen?
This is I call it cruise Saturday. What the hell? But because of the Hanta,
Hanta scared everybody.
It makes now every
Yeah.
cruise headline. I see it all the cruise 13 people have Noro, whatever. I'm like, that's everybody has that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that one cruise is 200 people.
Well, it spreads pretty quick too.
Yeah, the one where it's just diarrhea, everybody got it. They're like, guaranteed.
Yeah.
The other one is it's not that bad, but there are tons of people that currently think that the United States is peppered with people that were on that birdwatching boat, and it is just spreading wide.
Oh, they thought they caught the
minds.
two people that were out of Georgia. I thought they caught them. They nipped it in the bud because there's two of them that came over.
Well,
from,
they're not illegal. I mean,
No, but they caught them. They were like the manifest of the plane ride that who was on that
Yeah.
plane, and they caught the two people coming over, and they tested negative. So they think they
Also, the misinformation we're giving out right now is fueling the psychosis.
All I know is I'm already wiping my Captain Crunch.
Me too. I've been sanitizing every Oreo.
I've never used hand sanitizer in my life.
I had a mask on this morning. This
I've
morning,
never.
my wife wanted to make love. I had to put a mask on to use hand sanitizer. I wiped down the Oreos.
So a person who loves germs and licking the rocks.
Yeah.
How did you handle Corona? You just didn't.
Oh,
know?
I just said screw it. I got it. Whatever.
Now you can. Now that we're on the cusp of another virus,
Yeah.
you feel the need to come clean about your past
Yeah.
discretion.
You
That
never
mask,
change your way.
no. They said go one way down the aisles of Publix. I didn't care. I'm going down both sides.
Did you go down both sides?
No, I'm a polite person, so I make sure to follow the rules if they
Yeah,
ask.
I did look bad. I looked down on if it was in the middle of the aisle, that's when I give you a pass.
Or you only got to go down 10 feet.
Yeah, I give you a pass for that.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention. If I had to go 10 feet,
Yeah, I do. I would too. I do the move where you take 2 steps and you reach as if you're like.
I'm like confident. Whatever. I'll stay away from you. I don't know. What do you care? First I try. I'm like, are you? Let me see how you're dressed. Yeah, you don't care.
I also felt
I
weird.
can tell if someone cares or not just by looking at
I
them.
felt weird because we would shoot people looks.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
they're going the wrong way in the
Yeah.
aisle, but I'm standing there holding my AR. and I'm walking down the aisle. I'm shooting them a look. They're shooting me a look. And I've got my death grip on my gun.
So, what's your white whale of '90s vacations? Is there anything that you haven't done yet? Because you're not a spring chicken.
I
here.
like Key West. I mean, I've been to Key West so many times. Like the next one. I mean, cruise ships is like right up the '90s alley, and I've done that a million
Europe?
times.
What about
Kind of
Cozumel?
like Pat goes to Europe.
I've never been, but I would. But I just haven't had the real opportunity. Because my vacations are always like 4-day little spurts. So if you go to Europe, you got to need like a 2-week thing.
Right,
Yeah,
Which I
gotcha,
could
gotcha.
do, but I just have never pulled the trigger. I want to go to
What about-
Japan.
What about your girl? She got anywhere she wants to go?
Japan's like on our list. She doesn't really seem interested in Europe that we've talked about, but we not really like really talked about it. We like beach stuff, so we go to like St. Pete for 3 days, and Key West or the Keys. We go to the Keys every year.
Condom people love beaches.
What about Panama City? That's the 90s.
Yeah, that sucks though. I lived in.
What? I think you got excited. You're like, that sucks.
No, I lived in.
Well, that's because he wants it to be good. Tell me about it. Sell the dream to me.
Viva or
You
La
went
Pumbaa's-
there, and I can hear that it sucked the life out of you. You went there for a dream,
and
when
a
you
thought, and it's like, man,
What
this is
happened?
not that cool. Because I'm from South Florida, or I'm
Yeah.
from the beaches, or like even Central Florida beaches, or like they're cool. It's country beach up there. Like I lived in Pensacola for 3 years when I was in college. It's country beach. It's a beautiful beach, but it's like everybody in jean shorts and old pickup
Yeah,
trucks.
it's Alabama Beach.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Panama City's kind of like that too, and like when the winter, like spring break in Panama City is not really warm. There's definitely some cold weather, so it doesn't even feel like the beach until like April and May, and then October hits and the beach is good done. The beach closes down because there's a brass tap there. It was in Panama City.
Do you know what
They
pine straw
closed.
you used?
I do not. It's supposed to be white, but I just pulled over to the side of the road.
It says you may have used ponderosa pine, which may cause us some dietary problems.
No.
I'm dead
I
serious.
feel it, bro.
I do too. I do too. I was sitting here
It's
farting.
not.
I've been farting into this car chair. I have. I've been letting out hot ones.
I smell it.
Did you smell it? It was like this. I was letting out a hot one, and I'm like, something's
No.
changed.
I took a bigger gulp,
And
and I'm
I'm
like,
hot.
my whole mouth is numb.
There's
Tongue
a
is getting
numbness.
swollen.
It says pregnant women should avoid this. Some varieties can cause us miscarriage.
Oh, well, you got to
Oh,
drink. You have
no.
to drink this whole like 24-ounce bottle.
now
of
you
it.
sound like Tom. That's why I liked you.
I'm gonna have a little miscarriage. Oh, blood. I don't know why I said that.
I don't either.
All right, Pat.
Anything to
where-
plug?
Where can people find
Find
you?
me at the Brass Tap Wednesday through Saturday nights. I'm
What about
always
your
there.
treasures? Have you?
Oh my gosh, they're still there. And there's 2 inside of Brass Tap. That one of them, people ask me all the time, like, "Oh, give me a hint." I'm like, "It's really not for you to find. It's just for me to know that it's there. I want them to be there forever."
That's kind of like my relationship with Jesus Christ. It's not for you. It's for me. Right? It's like it's not. Your
But the one
business.
out back has got $27 in it. It's been out back behind brass since before we did that podcast back there. Like 2.5 years has been back there.
Oh yeah, you showed us.
Yeah,
where it was.
you're the only people to
Do
know
you
where
have
it
a
is.
master
God.
list of your treasures, or does your girlfriend know where the treasures are in case you die?
There is a couple that she does not know about because there's some right by my house that I've gotten drunk and like walked to the front of my neighborhood and with a shovel and a treasure in my hand.
Oh, but that
And-
looks crazy.
Yeah, like 2:30 in the morning. Those are just buried in the ground. There's a couple that I just buried. Just one day, some landscaper, some guy with a backhoe is going to find them. That's it.
I feel like you were only one chromosome for burying the bodies, but instead you buried the treasures.
I got some good spots. You know?
Oh, you went back there with a shovel and a treasure man.
Yeah. And I told you I got a metal detector. I'm soon to be a metal detecting guy on the beach.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't believe
wow.
it's been this long since you've started.
I know. I need a storm to come through. I need a storm to brew, and then find me some coins.
This drink that's got a storm brewing in my back right now. I'm about to boot my pants.
You need the headphones and the whole.
I know. I
thing.
got the shovel though. I got the metal like aluminum shovel that you dig. It's got holes in it. You know the one you put sand in.
I want that long one that guy drags on the
That's
beach.
what I got. I got that.
And you drag the long
Yeah. Oh,
that's
shovel,
for, like-
and then he dumps it out, and there's always a Rolex.
Yeah, exactly. I got that, but a smaller version of it. But that's exactly what I got.
Shark teeth and
Yeah, and cigarette butts. Daytona Beach.
shells. Anyway, Pat, thanks so much for
We
coming
love you,
in.
buddy.
All right, thanks for coming in. Thanks for having me.
You came to us, and there was someone banging on our door for the
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I
the
know
guy
who
was
it
covered
was.
in blood. It's like, help!
We may see you Monday.